1 2 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2. One, two, 1 2 1 2. Give me a comment if you lot can hear me. Saddle rattle, say 1 2 one more time. I'm gonna take that as a yes. Briggs, you're here already, mate. I knew you'd be fucking prying, bruv, but Jesus Christ, I thought you might try and play it a little bit cool. There's already too many comments for me to check. The first comment I can see on my screen is Troy Owen, LOL Briggs. So I assume Briggsy was trying to get shirty, but the thing is, Briggsy, my streams, people actually watch them, so there's already been so many comments. Your comments gone, bro, unfortunately. But shout out me for still managing to pull a crowd. Shout out Briggsy for trying to come online, soak up some more game and that. I'd be doing the same if I was in your position. Yes, I am looking piff for real. I'm actually not, I can't lie. I don't really feel like I am looking piff today, but I'm not getting dressed up for these fucking streams with you lot, man. You all know me for like fucking 15 years. I ain't getting dressed up. I look all right, but I'm not feeling the piffest ever. I'm having a glow up in 2022 though, I've decided. Definitely having a glow up. Yes, Michael, big up you, bro. Yeah, man. And yeah, I am going to suck my own dick on the stream. Obviously, I'm going to put the shout outs on the screen. I'm shameless. I don't care. But yeah, definitely having a fucking, glow up in 2022, man. Have to have a glow up in 2022. We all do, man. Like us in China time, yeah. I mean, is he? I don't know. Shout out you, Trouble, by the way. Obviously. Has that battle drop check, bro? The one that I gassed up on Facebook. Has that actually dropped? Because I actually want to watch the full one. That one you posted that clip of where you say something about the cameraman still shooting. That was fucking fire, bro. I hadn't seen too many of your things, so I saw that, man. That was cold. When that battle drops for real, send me the full version. I'll watch it. Is he gonna take on a battle to reply? I don't know. I kind of thought it was dead. He can if he wants, and then I'll just reply again. I mean, we can get it super petty if we want to start posting screenshots and that, but I kind of assumed it would just be done. Like, my guy got on camera, called me a dickhead I don't know. I don't really know why, bro. Like, yeah, I don't know why. Genuinely. I was a bit surprised by that. Not shocked, but surprised, you know what I mean? But yeah, man. Yeah, I'm back, man. I kept my mouth shut for too long. Do you know what? Actually, that's one of the worst things about 2020, actually, because of all like COVID and that. I remember I put something out at the start of 2020 and I was like, I'm on smoke all year. I remember saying that. I was like, all this year I'm on smoke, people chatting shit on my name. And obviously when the fucking lockdown, there was nothing to talk about. So yeah, got to come back, bro. A lot of people are chatting shit, got to set a few things straight. But mainly just want to talk about some positivity. But anyone who hangs around to the end, I'm sure we can talk some shit for real. Briggsy will obviously hang around because he's, like I said, he's trying to soak up game, and that's commendable, bro. Big up you, man. But with the rap thing for real. He can send another shot if he wants. To be honest, I don't even know why he sent it. I mean, I'm lying. We all know why he sent the first one, because he's trying to get on getting shot his good books. But as far as I know, he's in his good books anyway. So yeah, I was surprised. I'm not gonna lie. If this was like 2018, 2017, I could have maybe seen it, but I was a bit shocked when I heard about it. I can't lie. I was just a bit like, that's so weird when someone's reached out to me to squash a beef and then, like I said, just to get in shot his good books, like hopped on a battle and called me a dickhead. Like, so that's why I said what I said in the intro. Obviously, it popped off. I had to say my bit, but yeah, as far as I'm concerned, I think he's dead. I can't understand why it would go on any further. Like, what? Do you want to call me a dickhead again? I'll just call you a smackhead. Like, it's just well, we can do it for as long as you fucking want, bro. Like, or we could just dead it and leave it at that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I said my bit, the crowd laughed. You said your bit, the crowd laughed. Like, what are we continuing? It's not even a fucking beef in the first place. I don't even fucking hate Raptor. You don't even hate me. Do you know what I mean? It's not even like that. Anyway, but yeah, anyone with big questions, yeah, please, can we just hold them till the end? I'm gonna try get through everything we've got to talk about. Obviously, ask questions about the stuff I'm putting on the screen and talking about. Feel free to ask questions, but any just like specific questions, I'm telling you now, I'm gonna miss them all because I can't be dealing with sitting here for half an hour at the end scrolling through. So if you got yeah, specific questions to ask, please just hold them to the end. And obviously, if it comes up with something else I'm talking about, feel free to ask. But don't just ask them now, because I'm just not gonna fucking see any of them, man. Let's have a little look. Yeah, man. I actually didn't like it either, but now I feel like it's become a part of my streams. So I always do the stream in the same room in my house. I feel like it's not a Don't Flop stream without this weird. I don't even know how long that's been there for, but I don't ever want to paint over it now. But anyway, let's get into it. Yeah, so, yo, do you know what? Just in case you have to go, I'm gonna answer this one question quickly now for you, Chris. Yeah, it's the only date for next year the only event for next year that we haven't got a date for. Like, we still 100% want to do it. 100%. Like, shout out Webster. Like, that guy is he's a different breed. That's all I'm gonna say. We definitely want to do it. A lot of work went into it. Like he said when he announced it, he wasn't even meant to announce it. He just got too gassed, which I understand. It happens. It really doesn't matter. We definitely want to do it. That's all I can say. But we just can't. The venue has to be right. Like, we've been fucked about by a lot of venues because we don't just want to use any old place. Like, no disrespect to some of our other venues in Birmingham we've used before, because the event will definitely be in Birmingham. They're just not right for this, for a thing of this caliber. The amount of big rappers that will roll through to the event, the amount of the level of the clashes that it would be, we can't just be using a pub. Do you know what I mean? It's doing a disservice to what the event is. So basically, I was up in Brum for a couple of days in the summer. Me and Webster checked out about 3-4 venues. Just none of them really worked out. So that's why there's no date. But it's on my list. I've literally got it on my screen. As long as we can find the right venue, that's going to happen, because the potential that event has, yeah, 100%, it would be fucking nuts, bro. Like, obviously, I'd be trying to get Dialect, then I might even holler Eyes or someone like that, and who knows who else. And Webster would obviously have Socks, Tansky, all them kind of people. Like, the event would be. If you watch clashes, if you've seen Who's the Boss, you know what the energy on Who's the Boss is. You've seen Don't Flop grind clashes like Eyes, Dialect, them kind of things. So that's the plan, really. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, we'll see. All right, so let's get into this, people. We've already been on fucking 15 minutes chatting shit. All right, let's go into the event. So I'm gonna start with you lot. Gonna take you through. We'll quickly discuss this year. Let's get into that. Hold on. Big up all you tuned in, by the way. I really appreciate everyone coming in. We're going to talk about a lot of interesting shit, I promise. Like I said, if you hang about to the end, get as many questions off as you want. I'm not in a rush, man. Right, is this the right one? Yeah, here you go. All right, perfect. Look at that. Cool. So let's talk about it, man. So yeah, feel free to chime in as much as you lot want with the topic you see on the screen. Like I said, please, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but please, if what you got to say is about something else, please hold it until that topic comes up, or just wait right to the end. So yeah, let me know in it. Drop some comments what your best moments of the year were. I mean, this is not a very helpful comment, but I'm gonna put it on the screen anyway, because to be fair, Canal, you've lasted 15 minutes without chiming in, so I'm quite impressed. Yeah, big up you for this one as well. Still, definitely, man. We've both been doing bits this year, no doubt at all. But yeah, man. Top moments of the year for real. Drop some comments what you feel. We started the year, I wouldn't say slow, but in the sense of like, couldn't do too much. You know what I mean? Our first event was in April when they made the whatever it was 30-person outdoor rule again. First thing we filmed this year was the thing in Shoreditch. That was like, was it just Trev was clashing, Allwyn was clashing, whatever. That was a nice little event to kick it off. But really, I feel like the year definitely got started with the Beat Fighter. Let me think, when was that? Was that 1st of May? Let me see. So yeah, we'll just go through the year quickly. I know you lot want to hear about next year. Let's just quickly go through the year, man. So yeah, really, the year started off properly. 1st of May, Beat Fighter. That was fire. Honestly, man, big up the engine rooms every single time. They always fucking held us down, man. So that was still, do you know what I mean? That was times were very different. It was only 6 months ago, but still could only have a couple people in the room. It was weird. Like, no one was really reacting during the videos. Obviously, there was no reloads because there was no DJ. My most memorable clash from day one would be Zen and Original J. That and Daniel Sun and Graphic Grammar. If you haven't seen any of them clashes, make sure you watch them. That was so dope, man. Like I said, there was no one there. It was just the battlers. Every battle I think could bring one person. It was super low key affair. No fans, no DJ. A lot of the battlers, they were not super happy about the fact there was no DJ. But I kind of said, what's the point? There's no crowd. You're not going to be getting reloads just off your bars. So yeah, no DJ and whatever. But it turned out well. I said, Zen, if you haven't seen it, everyone was like, oh, Zen's gonna body Original J. Bro, that turned out to still, that's one of my favorite clashes this year. Like Zen definitely won. I told Original J on the day, I said, bro, you did your thing. But Zen is gonna win that battle. And he said, man, I'm just happy I fucking held my own. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, Graphic Grammar versus Daniel Sun. That was my first proper introduction to Daniel Sun. Like I met him at the tryout thing, but it didn't go super well for him. But I knew he was sick from his music and that. So yeah, Daniel Sun and Graphic Grammar had a really fucking cold battle, just back and forward, hip hop, grime, everything. So yeah, that was good. That was the first one. Yeah, we're gonna try rush through these, man. But I appreciate everyone. Leaving your comments about what we're talking about. Yeah, we had a couple more street battle events. Obviously we had the all win and just Trev's my guy, but I've been bullying him all year. That was the 8th of May. I've been bullying him since the 8th of May, basically since the 9th of May that he got bodied. Like it was newcomer of the year battle. Like I said, shout out Trev every single fucking time. But yeah, man, like definitely all win won that in fucking pissing rain in Birmingham. I was praying. I had a fucking shit time at that event. I'm not gonna lie, because the rules were still super blurry at the time, and I think you could have 30 people, but even though we didn't even announce the location, like 50 people. I'm not even boasting, it's just the truth. Like Caesar, you were there, you can back this up. There was about 50, 60 people turned up and we didn't announce anything anywhere just because we hadn't been to Birmingham in a minute. So people were hungry. I think Tidal fucking brought about 15 people by himself. So yeah, Sean, you're a hilarious guy. But yeah, man, so that was that one. Shout out Allwin for winning that. It took it fair and square. I thought it was going to be a much more even battle than it was. Same thing, if you haven't watched it, put in Allwin, just Trev. It was good. Trev did his thing, I'm not going to lie. But Allwin 100% won that fair and square. It was dope, man. So moving on from that, yeah, we had 2 more Beat Fighter events. Again, another moment. If I have to make a moment of the year compilation, which I might, one of them's got to be Zen spitting his bars for Sizreal or Kizreal. I always forget how to say it. That was insane. The energy there, like this, is why I give Zen his props, man. Zen is a professional when it comes to this battle rap shit. Like there's a lot of people you lot think are professional, who I promise you are not, and there's a lot of people you probably think aren't professional who really, really are. And you wouldn't know that about Zen, but Zen is on his business when it comes to battle rap. And you know what I mean? He would have had every right that night to be bitching, whining, crying. He'd come all the way from Leeds. Remember, we weren't paying, because there's a big cash price. We weren't paying people's travel and stuff like that. So people were coming off their own dime to battle. Come all the way from Leeds, and he kind of calmly like approached me and was just like, this guy's not going to come. Now, I always try to be an optimist at events. Like whenever people think, like, I'm always trying to be an optimist. So I was like, no, it's cool. He's going to come. Zen said, bro, he's not coming. I know he's not coming. He's lying. He's not coming. I said, fuck. So I'm ready for the moan. I'm ready for the whinging. I'm ready for everything. I just said to him, look, bro, and like a few of you watching this were there on the night. It kind of took the energy from the night. It was a pretty sick little night. It was when you could start doing the table service and that. So we had a few people coming out. We sold a few tickets. It was the first tickets we sold this year. It was sick. Again, big up Engine Rooms fucking again for having us in. And yeah, I was like, bro, look, we're never going to rearrange the clash. You're going to go through. It's not even like people are going to bitch that you got to buy, because you would have won the battle anyway. So I was like, look, take a minute. And I said, it's cool either way. Just take a minute. Let me know in it. We got the cameraman right here. We'll get everyone together. He said, all right. He actually said, he was like, I don't know. I'm probably not on that. I was like, bro, 100% understand. Like, it's fucking whack rapping your bars in the cold smoking area. You've been on stage. About 5-10 minutes passed. Cypher pops off. Everyone's doing grime, rap, whatever, double time, everything. I'm like, come on, man, let's do it. I know you're ready. Let's do it. And That's what got some of the most hits on the channel this year, which is fucking wild. Like, just a geezer spitting his bars for a clash that didn't happen in a smoking area. The crowd made it though. Do you know what I mean? I got to give props to the crowd. It would have been whack if this was a few months before when you couldn't have anybody. It would have been shit. But the crowd made that. Just them 15 man all huddled up. Everyone was just backing him because everyone felt bad. He'd come all this way, had his time wasted. That video is fucking sick, bro. It was unbelievably tiresome to edit, but it was sick. Again, I'm going to say it for every video I'm talking about. If you haven't seen it, put in Zen versus Kit. Zen sends for Kids Real. Don't flop. Watch it. The energy is fucking bananas, man. So yeah, that was again one of them ones like the Quill and Georgie, man. It's not meant to be good. You know them things. It's not. They're not meant to be good. They're meant to be shit. And it turns out when you film them, this is some of the best footage we end up with. So yeah, big up Quill as well. We'll get to that later. Yeah, so from that we get to next in line. I want to hear people's opinions on this. Obviously, I've seen a few already. Next in line was mad. I saw, yeah, this is definitely where I saw the hate start kicking back off again, because the bar for Don't Flop is always higher. Like, people like to talk this shit, and that's fine. It can get as spicy as you want, but the bar for us is always higher than that's big up you, bro. You're not under any obligation to continue watching. But shouts out you. I hope you had an amazing Christmas. Feel free to log off at any time, or if you want to keep watching, it's only going to get more boring. So make that call. I'm sure you're a grown man. You may not be. But yeah, as I said, yeah, that was it. I think that was at the same event. Hulk and Danielson. That was a dope clash, man. Right, I'm gonna have to plot this skimp now because I'm trying to concentrate on what I'm doing. Yeah, man. That's it. The bar's always higher for us, man. The bar's always higher for us, and it always will be. Cards that other people release, if we release them, it'd be like, oh, it's fallen off. But other people release them, it's like, this is fucking Super Bowl of batter. You lot are so corny, man. So yeah, so we knew that with Neil. We knew with Neil. We knew that with Neil. That it wouldn't be we knew it wasn't like heavy hitter after heavy hitter, but what we knew is that the event would be ridiculous. And that's what it's about. It's not about random fucking people with no followers on Twitter who care about your event or don't. We're not like the others who that's all they care about, bro. All of us in Don't Flop, myself, Sean, Craig, Danny, everybody put in on this event. All that mattered was the day being lit. Now, a lot of you watching this will have been there and will know like it was wild. Like and that's what mattered. Everyone was coming up to me on the day. Big up anyone here that was a fan or battling. Everyone was just coming up to me all day, being like, "Bro, this is nuts." And I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, "It's good. It's not the best thing we could ever do, but it's all right." All day, you lot will come up and be like, "Bro, fucking hell, it's so good to be back at Don't Flop event." Rah rah rah. And that's what I'm saying. It's like we dropped the flyer and obviously had the shuffle and Canal. Big up them. Oh, shouts out to you, Beanie, as well. I forgot you were tuning in. I always forget. I know it sounds weird, but I always forget people actually watch these things. But there's like 75 of you tuned in, so big up all of you, man. Big up Beanie every single time, bro. There's no one else in this stream who's worn a Don't Flop t-shirt on the Ellen show, so shouts out to him. But yeah, definitely, like, it was. I understand this. I mean, we weren't trying to bitch about it. We knew like we're gonna drop this flyer. People are gonna be like, yeah, it's good, and we knew it'd be good enough to make people come. But we knew once you were there on the day, game over. And that's exactly what it was like, bro. Like, anyone that was there knows when you were there on the day, the atmosphere in that room was just wild. Danielson and Zen, I mean, that hasn't even dropped yet. I'll be honest with you people, like, 'cause I know we get a lot of people asked. The reason it hasn't dropped yet is because the sound engineer at the Fiddler's Elbow, Jesus Christ, if you follow me on Twitter, I tweeted it the next day. The sound engineer, I say this with my hand on heart, she's hands down the rudest sound engineer I've ever worked with. And I would genuinely say, full stop, one of the rudest people. And you lot know I worked with some dickheads. Literally one of the most unhelpful, rude, useless people I've worked with in 13 years. So basically, long story short, the audio is fucked for it. Because we were desperately trying to do a sound check. I'm actually, bro, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but Isaac from the engine rooms, big up him. Isaac from the engine rooms came from Bow to Camden to engineer the battle. Because I was like, bro, they're going to give me some woman that is just not fucking interested in this at all. So he came, the Isaac who runs the engine rooms, came all the way to Camden just to engineer this one clash for me, to do me a favor. And then we kept kind of saying, like, look, we can't just, you don't understand how these clashes work. Like, we got a Zoom plugged in, blah, blah. I don't want to get into the boring technical bits, but like, we need to do a sound check. Like, we have to do a fucking sound check before we do a clash. And she was like, it's fine, whatever. We're like, I got a feeling this is going to be a bit off, but let's just risk it. Because I was genuinely at the point where I was like, I cannot deal with this woman anymore. She is being so unhelpful. This is going to hold up the whole event. To be like, fine. Okay, let's do it. My guy, Isaac from the engine rooms, who engineered the fucking battle, texts me and is like, bruv, this fucking audio is atrocious. Now, the clash is insane. Like, it's one of the best on-beat battles we've ever had. Like, big up them two, man. Like, the clash was wild. Now, if you're at the event, you'll know. I said to the crowd before, like, this is what I mean. The crowd you come, it's not about the people. You got to understand, this is my mentality. Like, it's not about the people who don't come to the event. Like, random people on fucking Twitter in their little gimpy little clip. I don't give a fuck about any of them. All we care about, bro, is who comes to the event. Now, everyone, if you're at the event, you know. I said to everyone at the event before the battle, I said, look, this battle is going to get very lively, yeah? If you don't feel like being lively, step outside in it. Stand at the back, do whatever you want to do. If you want to feel and you want to be lively, you're in that mood, stay in the front. Now, the energy, you lot might have seen it on the pay-per-view. It's not out on YouTube yet. The energy was bananas because I told everybody and I said to them after the clash, I said, you lot made that fucking battle. That's one of the best things we've ever seen. And yeah, I mean, the audio is listenable, obviously. Oh, big up, man. That's fucking dope to him. And I love seeing comments like that. Shouts to you every time. I see your name online a lot, bro. Big up you. It was good. And yeah, exactly. I haven't even talked about the vibe. The vibe is what it was. But yeah, the battle in the venue, honestly, is one of my favorite Don't Flop battles I've ever seen live. I thought it was amazing. Very, very close. It's going to be very highly contested. And the camera audio is okay. Like I said, it's not the end of the world. Like, it's the camera audio. If you've watched it on the pay-per-view, that's just the camera audio. It's fine. But it's just a shame because for a battle of that magnitude that was that good, there was honestly not. I think I said this on camera. Like, there was not a single whack bar in that battle. It was just like reload after reload after reload after reload. And yeah, kind of Sod's Law. You know what I mean? The one beat fighter clash that really fucking matters. All the others, perfect audio for this one. It's I'm not exaggerating. It's literally like someone fucking stamping on a bag of fucking sensations. It's horrible. So I've been talking with Daniel San and Zen, and yeah, we're just gonna make the best out of it. It's still listenable. I'm gonna layer the beats and stuff. We might dub the audio, possibly. We're gonna fuck about with it. But that's why it hasn't come out. It's not that we lost the footage or there's no beef going on. It's nothing like that. It's literally just it probably would have been the second upload if the audio was good, but we just have to allocate some time. But we'll get it online soon. I haven't done it with the people in that name. Yes, Briggsy. I've been saying to Briggsy he needs to come. I mean, his boss will never let him, but I've been saying to Briggsy he should come to an on-beat battle. Briggsy, I swear you meant to clash Lefty on Dialects League, and then it never happened. Like, you're always posting your music videos and that, bro. Like, I still feel like, yeah, you should come do an on-beat one at Don't Flop, bro. Come take on Danielson and one of these guys like that. Try to teach them a lesson. Obviously, you'll get 3-0, but you'll put up a valiant fight. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it was close. The battle was, oh mate, I wish I could go back to that. That might be one of my favorite event just moments to soak up of the whole year. When, you know what I mean? Because I thought when I've gassed it to the crowd this much, if those two kind of flop or if the crowd are still moving shy, I was thinking this is going to be such anticlimax. But like, bro, you lot came through, man. Like, yeah, for me, you were loving it in the crowd. I remember that, bro. You lot really came through. I remember seeing men, women, everyone's bugging out the whole battle because it was just mental. So like I said, it's a shame, and I appreciate them too. They've been super understanding about it. It's just one of those things, man. These things happen sometimes. We just got to give thanks that the audio is still listenable. Right, so moving on from nil. I know there's a million things I could say, but I've got so much shit to get through. Yeah, we did the outdoor event at Durdle Door. Boyski down in the bottle of whiskey in the battle. But yeah, let's move on to Bristol, man. So give me some comments. Anyone who was who's watched the title match. Obviously, that's the main point to discuss. Title match, man. I mean, I don't know. There's been a lot of mixed opinions on this. So everyone who's logged in, I mean, there's 85 of you right now. So yeah, what are you saying about the title match? This is the first thing where I need people's engagement. What are you saying? Because I mean, I'm gonna start it off whilst we're waiting for some comments. I'm gonna let you know what I think. I think. Sorry, I just completely lost my train of thought. I'm not thinking too much. I think really, as I said on Twitter, I really mean it. I'm not even trying to be diplomatic. I genuinely feel that you could call it 3-0 either way. I really mean that. When I was editing it, I watched it back probably about 5 or 6 times. Yeah, I don't know, man. I still don't know who I think won. I still don't know. And yeah, people say Kraft spat longer. He did spit longer. But even if you chop his rounds, let's say you just chop his rounds, I still don't know who I thought won. Judging wise, it's not about who's a veteran. It's about who can judge a battle. We picked 5 people that can competently judge a battle. Do you know what I'm saying? I understand what people are saying. I get it. But also it's about who can be, what's the word? Neutral. It's about who can be neutral. There's a lot of people in the building that were veterans but didn't really feel like they could be neutral. Like, you know, could have been cool. We could have got maybe Soweto Kinch, but he wasn't there at the time. He might not wanted to. Boski, same thing. I'm sure there was a reason Boski didn't want to judge because he was in the room. I'm sure I would have picked him. But big up the judges. They had a fucking hard battle to call. I wasn't mad at the decision. But again, if it had been 3-2 to shuffle, 5-0 to shuffle, it would have been cool as well. Genuinely, like, they might not have been veterans who were judging, but they are people who were sick at battling. All 5 people who judged have done something in battle rap. I mean, Tom Cree fucking body Briggsy, do you know what I mean? So that's why he's judging. Yeah, so that's what I was gonna say. My opinion is kind of like this. I'll be honest. I sometimes you get it wrong. I feel like I got a bit wrong with this because my main thing I was saying after this clash, was in public and in private, like, this is gonna be the clash where people realize Kraft's serious. But what it's made me realize is some people are just gonna hate, and that's just how it is, and it's fine. There's, you know what I mean. That's cool. It is what it is. It's just people are gonna hate when they want to hate. Let's make this clear, right? Saying you think Shuffle won the battle is not hating. That's just you feel that he won the clash. I totally understand why you might think he won the battle because there's a very big argument that he did. When I say hate, I mean I would like to say I like to try to be positive, and that I kind of felt like Kraft really held his own with the fucking monster. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, this is definitely going to be the clash where people drop the hate and there's been a lot of comments like, let's be real. There's been a lot of comments that have said, do you know what? I wasn't a big fan of Kraft, but he made me a fan of this battle. All I'm going to be honest with you lot and say is that I expected there'd be more. I definitely expected there'd be more comments of that nature. There's been a few too many blah, blah, blah. I think Kraft's whack, whatever. That's what I didn't expect. I really, genuinely, I think he put in a seriously fucking good performance that could have beat a lot of people. So yeah, it's a bit disheartening for real. Let's just, you know what I mean? Let's call it how it is. It's definitely a little bit disheartening when you see how many people still are just like, oh my God, like, nah, don't fuck with it. But it's hit 10K in a couple of days. It's doing well. It's a great fucking battle, man. It's so watchable. Yeah, I told Shuffle this myself. That no doubt he made too much of that choke, man. Absolutely, he made too much of that choke. It wasn't even a choke. For me, actually says it in his judging. For me, he's like, I'm not even going to deduct any points for the choke because it was like 4 bars. You can tell he's been rapping for like 3.5 minutes. I to this day don't understand why he didn't say the last bar. clock that they forgot it. Trust me, battlers do this all the time, but they're good at it. You never notice they do it. They forget the last bar and they just go time, and you'll never know. If he'd have done that, I know it's absolutely insane, but because what it was is that the last thing, if you were taking odds on this clash, the last thing you ever would have expected to happen is Shuffle T choking. So Shuffle T, even though he choked a couple bars in the first round, anyone in here who was in the room knows when the camera went to Craft D, you could tell the whole room was thinking, damn, like Shuffle just choked in the first round of the title match. Like, what the fuck? And I feel like that feeling led on, and through the whole battle, you're like, yo, Shuff, that round was nuts. But you did choke in the first round. So if he literally just said time, this shit could have been very, very, very different. You never know, man. Yeah, I would agree. His first round was his second round was fucking, oh my god, one of the best rounds of the year. Yeah, this is what I mean. This is what I'm saying, bro. Like it's not about you're a hater if you think Craft lost. That, I promise you, 50% of people think that Shuffle won, maybe more. Bro, there's nothing wrong with thinking that Shuffle won. I'm just really making a point that it's disheartening to see people say Craft was shit. Like, objectively, I know you can't really judge something like a rap battle objectively, but I'm just saying, I feel like objectively, his bars were really well crafted, no pun intended. And yeah, it would have been nice to see a few more people be like, oh, do you know what? I'm not a huge Craft fan, but he did his thing. But like I said, it's early days. We only dropped it three days ago or something like I said. It's on like 11,000, I think, today. By the time it's on 20, 25, whatever, there might be a big sway in the comments. We'll have to see, innit? Yeah, you lot. Well, that's a fair comment, bro. This is a fair comment. Like, I just got to be real. This thing about business, obviously Shuffle in the Shuffle's position is going to be talking about. I get why he did the angle. It was a good angle. I personally just want the right person to win the battle. So I know this is a tough one because it's like people don't really know who won. But on the day, it felt like that's a fair decision. Craft won. So whether people think it's bad for business, it's just about the right person winning, bro. And he did his thing. He didn't choke. He got a lot of reactions. Got a lot of good bars out. And as you said, you know what I mean? You can be someone who's not a fan of Craft and also be like, Shuffle wasn't on his A game. Tom Quee said it best. And I said this to Shuffle as well the other day. Tom Quee said it absolutely best in his judging decision that Shuffle never left second gear. Like that second round, he was starting to come top tier Shuffle. But what he said in the face-off, I'll be honest, it did concern me. Like when we did the face-off and Shuffle was like, I'm not trying to come with anything new for you. I did think then, like, this might be the reason you lose, bro. Like, if you don't make any effort to come with something new, that's a way to vote you down. And I feel like the fact he didn't come with that much like new shit, plus he had that choke in the first round, makes it a lot easier for the judges to say Crafty won. Do you know what I'm saying? But and yeah, bro, and it did. I was, when I asked the judges to give me their decisions, like I was expecting 4-1 to maybe 5-0. And like I said, we have to get over this thing that 5-0 is means someone got bodied. It doesn't. People have to move on from this. If you lose 5-0, you can have an amazing battle. It just means the other geezer won and all 5 judges think it. So I was expecting 5-0 or 4-1. They gave me the 4-1. I was like, it's going to be for Craft. It was. So you're right. In the room, shit feels totally different. We talk about this on fucking every stream that we do. It's always feel different. Yeah, man. No, what actually happened is Briggsy fucking messaging me, desperately trying to get me to admit that I was gutted. Shuffle lost, and I just said, bro, it's fine. Because this is what I'm saying, man. But yeah, now big up all of you for watching it, man. Like I said, it's done really nice on the views so far. Next one's 20k, man. Let's get that battle to 20k and let's get it to more. Like the last title match is nearly on 50 now. Like, this one definitely deserves more. Yeah, let's see some of your opinions on this. Yeah, tough one, man. Definitely tough one. Like a lot of people didn't want to judge it, man. Like, yeah, let's talk about this, man. What's I saw you say this on Facebook, Cody, man. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying you and anybody else who sees this comment, Craft's angles are about himself. I couldn't. initially when I read this comment, I didn't know exactly what ones you're talking about. So which bits did you mean? Because you're probably right, but I literally don't know what you mean. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, definitely, I agree. We're gonna have to move on from this in a minute because yeah, we got so much stuff about next year to get through. Yeah, sorry for anyone I haven't mentioned. Obviously, we've had so many events and so many battles. I can't talk about everything. I'm just trying to talk about just the main events and that. Yeah. Well, this is my point, bro. I I I felt like this was the battle. I really felt like this was the battle where that would change. That's what I'm saying. I feel like he made a conscious effort to put personality across in this battle. That's what I'm saying. But again, you're entitled to your opinion. But I personally, I do think he put his personality across, and I think he did his thing. I'm not just saying it because he's a champ. I promise you, I'm not biased like that. I really didn't care who won the battle. I really, honestly didn't. I disagree. I see that people are still saying it. He's got bars. He's got whatever. He's got no personality. I think he put personality across. That's just how I feel, man. Yeah, man. It was tough. It's a hard battle to judge. Yeah, watch this if you haven't seen it. Big up, Wiretap, man. I saw a little bit of that still. Right, let's try move this on. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people say this, but again, I personally disagree, man. It's just my opinion. I don't find him boring. I'm again not just because he's champ, but I've always thought he's had bars. I really honestly have. I've always backed him. I've always thought he had bars. I think he was great against Yunnan. I think he wasn't boring at all. That thing he has said about the treating your missus like the fish you have at the seaside. I mean, I think he had creativity. He had whatever. He had everything you needed. Same with Shuff. I think for Shuff, I think he had creativity. He had punchlines. He had schemes that rhymed. The whole shuffle icon, music icon, bro. He was rhyming, bro. He was rapping. Like, so that's what I'm saying. To me, he's not boring. I get that a lot of people say it, and that's fine. But to me, he's not boring, man. Most of them are, bro. Most of them are promo battles, non-judged battles, unless there's a title or money on the line. Yeah, people always ask us this, man. The process is honestly off the cuff, and let me explain to you lot why. I know it's one of those things. I'm not even blaming anybody because sometimes like it's hard to understand it from the inside out if you're just a fan watching. But I've seen a lot of comments over the years, like a lot of comments, where people are like, "Oh, why didn't Tony D and do you know what I mean? Luna C judge this battle?" The reason these things don't happen is because when we've tried to do that and we plan big judges and you got to come through, bro, they just flop. The amount of times we've been like, yeah, we want that rapper. I'm not even gonna name them because they still support us, but it's just like people were like, you'd be a great judge. They just don't turn up on the day. So now we don't even try plan judges because it will never, ever, it won't happen. So it's literally on the day we get 5 people and we say to the 2 battlers, which I've always thought is funny because I always think like, what if one of them did say, actually, I do have a problem with that, which I don't think has ever happened. But we say to the 2 battlers, right, these are the 5 standing right here. Is that cool with you? They inevitably go, yeah, that's fine. I've got no issue with either of them. We make sure the judges are all unbiased. So that's what I'm saying. It's not about who's a vet. We don't care about who's a vet. It's just about if you understand battling. Just Trev, funny enough, people are saying like, why is just Trev judging a battle? He's only had a couple of don't flop battles. But he voted for Shuffle. So it's like, that's what I think is hilarious. People are giving him shit. Oh, I've only just seen him on the channel. But he voted. He's the only person that gave it to Shuffle 3-0 and said, I don't really see how people can give it to Craft. The others, yeah, they're all quite new people apart from Tom Quee, but they do understand battle rap to judge a battle. So to me, honestly, I'd rather have 5 new people that understand what writing a bar is than 5 veterans or UK rappers that have never battled that we just put on screen because it makes us look cool. Do you know what I mean? And battlers have always said the same thing. Trust me, any battler will always say, I don't want, like, no disrespect, but I don't want Tinchy Strider judging my battle. I don't want any of these randoms that look cool judging my battle. I want fucking my man that's just done a tryout and is hungry for battle rap. He should judge it because he'll give the right decision. So that's the answer to that question, bro. I hope that clears it up for you. Does Koj still think the Earth is flat? Is that a thing? I thought that was a phase, like being an emo or something. Do you know what I mean? Being a goth, like thinking the Earth's flat. I thought that was done. Poor guy if he still does. Yes, bro. Big up you, man. I'm loving those beats you've been showing me on IG, man. Shouts out to you. That's a perfect example. Why did I not use that as an example? If any of you don't know, any of you are more new, just tuned in on a random one. Yeah, Ed Sheeran, just before he blew up, judged some Don't Flop battles and got hated across the board. I can't believe I didn't fucking remember that. Yeah, he got unanimous, no pun intended, hate across the board for judging. I'm still looking for Koj's explanation. Koj, you still haven't explained. Yeah, definitely. Big up you, bro. Thanks for tuning in. So yeah, well, Koj never really explained what he meant, but if anyone can explain, I don't really understand. The thing about crafts bars, just let me know, and if you have an idea of which one's applied to himself, let me know. But yeah, right, let's move on because yeah, we've nearly spent an hour on this. All right. I'm not really going to say anything about the last event of the year. Second House Work, it was sick, but none of the battles are up. Literally none of them. It was only a couple weeks ago. So I'm just going to leave that. But it was sick. We had a good 2-on-2. Yeah, I'm a low tier battle, top tier judge. Wait, big up you for saying that. I rate that highly. Yeah, so I'm going to leave the last one of the year, 27th November, Secondhand Smoke. We had loads of 2-on-2s. We're going to talk about 2-on-2s a lot more later. But yeah, not too much to report from that event. It was dope, but like I said, you lot haven't seen any of the footage. So we'll leave it there. What happened to Juan? Well, if you missed at the start, I said try to keep the questions to the end, but you might have missed me say that. But yeah, I was actually thinking about it in the day. He should definitely come back. 100% he should come back, man. Juan, he might have even been champion, man. I'm not even fucking kidding you, lot. Like, I'm really genuinely not kidding you. Juan could have gone all the way, pause. But, yeah. You can't explain because he fell off the ladder. You lot are fucking active tonight, man. What happened to see, man? Oh, this is the last question I'm answering. I've got to move on. He had a baby, man. Yeah. He's had a baby and is just living his life, bro. If Juan actually has a wife and kids now, that's absolutely incredible. Right, we're going to move on. Anyway, big up all of you for hanging about. Let's move this on. We've got a lot of fucking events to get through, man. All right, it's just going to work. There we go. All right, cool. So first event of next year, I'm going to try only spend a couple minutes on these. Right, so yeah, the first event of next year, as you can see, is a Hulk event. We're doing 3 battles on beat versus acapella. Basically, the concept is, what do you prefer? What's better? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's going to be 6 battles, 3 on beat, 3 acapella. Main event acapella is Canel versus Just Trev. That's actually one I would have probably I would have saved for further down the line for a, a rookies versus vets. But sorry, there's so many. Like I said, if you lot got questions, make sure you keep them to the end because I can't keep up with all these. But yeah, so I was planning something like Canel versus Just Trev for a rookies versus vets thing. But whole books it for this, which is sick. And then we have Caesar versus Impact is the main event on beat one. So we're just booking 2 more. So battlers watching, if you want to get involved, 5th of March. It's going to be in London. We haven't got a venue yet. And yeah, 3 acapellas, 3 on beats. And yeah, we're pushing this curated by thing all year. I'm going to explain that more as we go along, but I'm really looking to bring more battlers in to curate events for them. I might have to change that word because I can't fucking pronounce it probably. We're looking at bringing more battlers in to create your own events. Hulk's obviously done a few for us. But yes, he's curating this one. It's going to be nice. Like I said, Caesar versus Impact. Caesar killed it in the beat fight tournament. Impact had actually, to be fair, Impact had one of the moments of the year. Impact and Lefty had one of the moments of the year and they weren't even battling. The judging they did when they were fucked out of their head is legendary. And I don't care what anybody says about it being unprofessional. I literally couldn't care less. It was absolutely legendary. One of my favorite moments of the year. So yeah, we've got Caesar, Impact, Canel, Just Trev. Any battlers watching, we've got 4 more battle slots left, 2 on beat, 2 acapella. We haven't got a name for the event yet, but that's the concept, is on beat acapella. Right, let's move this along. Oh, by the way, I'll be putting a poster out at the end. If you can't hang about, I'll be putting a poster on Instagram and Twitter and everything later with all these dates on. And these are all 99% being stuck to, unless like something big happens, like God forbid, like another lockdown or this or that or whatever. Like, unless something really big happens, these dates are not changing. Right, next one, let's go. Right, April Fools. I literally can't speak tonight. April Fools. My guy Crow, we're actually the ones who devised this, curated by Concept together. I think it's time for an April Fool's. Like, the last one was 2017. And as there was not too many people there, but the vibe just wasn't there. It was our last event for quite a while, I think, unless I'm remembering it wrong. It was in like maybe June 2017. I think was the last April Fools, and some classic don't flop battles have come out of April Fools. You lot know, like obviously Pamphlet and Definition doing the Batman versus the Joker. That's on like 400k or something like that. Obviously, me versus Pamphlet, the freestyle where I say the legendary. That's how you fucking freestyle, bro. Because the adrenaline was next level. And everyone thinks I'm a cokehead to this day because of that battle because I was just gassed off my own bar. But yeah, man, so we're bringing April Fools back. It's actually, I can't believe it's going to be 5 years since April Fools. And yeah, Crow and myself, we designed this concept together. Like I said, we're going to be bringing battlers in, possibly even fans, like long-term fans in the future. We might be looking at them curating their own event. But this one, Crow's going to take the wings on this one. No pun intended, but that was actually fire. Yeah, so he's going to take this one. It's going to be, as I said on the screen, 9th of April in Bristol. We're going to be doing at least 2 events in Bristol next year, probably 3 or 4. But this is the first definite one, 9th of April. We've come up with so many new concepts for this event. If any of you don't know how April Fools works, it's like a don't flop event where we just try out bare new ideas for battles, like so many new ideas. Like super, to be honest, the older fans will know, like some of the things we've done have just been too silly and the videos never even dropped because they were just garbage. But yeah, they're just like sick concepts. Like we have like beatboxers and rappers teaming up. We're thinking of maybe doing one where you have an MC and a DJ versus MC and a DJ. It's basically, long story short, like any concept that wouldn't fit on a normal Don't Flop event we put on April Fools. So yeah, if you want to be part of that, feel free to hit me up and I'll pass you on to Crow, or if you know Crow, Patrick Courier on Facebook, hit him up. He's going to be in charge of doing the matchups. Like I said, we have so many concepts we're looking to fill. We were thinking about maybe doing just on top of the head, possibly like a 2-on-2 mirror match, which we thought would be hilarious. A few different genres of music battles. There's a load of shit. So any battlers watching, if you've seen the title match, and the next one's coming out Saturday, Crow vs Boski's dropping on Saturday, you see what the crowd in Bristol is like. Like they're like the Leeds crowd back in 2013. Like they're just so ready to have a good time. So if you haven't battled there, battlers watching this, come through. And also, if you got a concept as well, if you've got a concept for a clash that we haven't spoken about, you've never seen on April Fools, come to us with it. And if it's got legs, we'll put it on the card, man. So yeah, hold on. Yes, my guy. Created by an absolute G. Big up Cry every time, man. As I said, this Saturday, Boys Give Us Crow, the second release from 13 comes out. Make sure you watch it. If you enjoyed the title match, please give this battle the same attention you gave the title match, man. It's fucking so fire, honestly. Boski's first round and Crow's second round are just amazing. Right, so let's move on. I forgot what's even coming up next. Yes, I forgot about this. Yeah, so name to be confirmed, but yeah, we're bringing Don't Flop back to Norwich. So yeah, my first event of the year. I think this is the only card I'm doing. No, sorry, bar the birthday. This is one of 2 cards I'm doing that is just a Don't Flop battle card. There's no concept for this event. That's why there's no name for it yet. But yeah, this is just going to be in Norwich. So any of you lot from, London, Essex, Peterborough, Cambridge, any of these kind of places, man, it's really not too far. Obviously, if you want to come from further afield, please be my guest. But especially any of you lot who are in the south and the southeast, in the Midlands almost as well. There's direct trains, get coaches, whatever, drive. It's only a couple hours. It's going to be sick. It's going to be my first event this year. I've got nearly 6 months to put it together. Going to be a super simple event. Not going to be any like massive headlines or anything like that. It's just going to be a fun event. Real cheap tickets. Like maximum it would be is like a tenner. It'll probably be a fiver. Yeah, our last event in Norwich was maybe 2013, I think. I'm chatting shit. What am I talking about? It was when Sensor battled Mickey Worth, was 2018. So we had a mini event 2018, Sensor versus Mickey, which is jokes. Watch that if you haven't seen it. Freestyle battle. Proper event we did 2013, Dialect versus Sensor as well, in a venue that was so perfect for battle rap, but it's fucking closed down now, so we can never use it again. But yeah, that's it. It's the same thing. Battlers. I haven't booked anything for this card yet. So if any of you never been to Norwich, it'll be a jokes little trip for you fans as well. Like I said, these dates. This one, some of them I said 99%. This one 100% will not change under any stretch of the imagination. So yeah, if you've never been to Norwich, you want to come up for a day out on a Saturday afternoon, book your tickets right now for this date, and we'll have a proper laugh. Let me just try to catch up with the comments quickly. Yes, my guy. You from here, yeah? Yeah, King, for real, man. We'll get you a battle on the card, 100%, bro. We'll we'll definitely get you a battle on the card, bro. Venue wise, nah, literally no idea. I haven't even started thinking about it yet. It'll be like probably a new place. There's a few new places in Norwich that we haven't used since we were last here, 2018. So yeah, we'll probably it'll probably be like 100-person kind of like pub bar. It's not going to be like super fancy. It's not going to be like the Waterfront or the LCR or any of them places. It's going to be like a nice city centre venue. Like I said, if you want to just come, it's one of our own. To be fair, we're not doing too many events that are just battles, just kind of like funny battles, with no concept. So yeah, if you fancy just coming to like a proper old school vibey Don't Flop event, whether as a battler or a fan, yeah, 21st of May, keep that. I'm not. I've got no plans to come to Cardiff, mainly because I know Briggsy. No joke, I know Briggsy's looking at doing something there. Our one there in 2019 was one of my favorite events. 2019. And to be honest, I wish I'd saved it up even more if we knew we were going to be in lockdown like 5 months later. So yeah, I'd love to come back to Cardiff, but realistically, it might be, you know what I mean, 2023 or something. Or unless a big opportunity comes. Like yeah, if a big opportunity comes for this next year, will come. But I think yeah, Briggsy's doing something there next year. So yeah, you'll definitely be able to go to an event. Right, let's move on to this next one. As I said, people, I'll be putting all these on a poster and announcing them afterwards, so you get all your stuff booked up nice and early. Matriarch, yes, all right, cool. This is the first time we're announcing the name. I've been dropping this on all the streams we've been doing for a while about talking about the female-only event. I completely forgot this was even in there. So yeah, this is what it's going to be called. It's going to be called Matriarch. There's like a lot to say about it, and there's not a lot to say about it. I don't know, but we're trying to do this totally differently. Like, so I've been mentioning this for years on and off. We've been saying like the level of female talent coming through is just like a fucking joke. There's just none. Like, no disrespect to, I'm speaking figuratively, obviously, but there's been what 2, 3, 4, 5 maximum in like 10 years. So it's like, there's just no one. Like, there's no one. There's no real active females in Don't Flop. There never really has been, apart from DK. Like, big up DK every time. DK was battling on Don't Flop in 2010. So like, she's been about, but she's got a life now and whatever. She ain't battling, blah blah blah. So it's one of those things we've got to take a plunge in it. Like, it's like doing a 2-on-2 event. Like, there's a lot of people have been like, there's not enough teams for a 2-on-2 event, but it's like you just got to take the plunge and try and make it happen. So I haven't got too much to say on this now, but there will be a lot to say about this. And again, this date is locked. Definitely will be in London. The date, if it ends up changing, is whatever, but it definitely will be a London event. Something that needs to change, and I'm not trying to be that corny guy that's like, do you know what I mean? That man that hops in and is like, oh, I'm gonna save the fucking female and rap scene. Like, we're not doing that. But it's very early days, but I just feel like we need to get a date out there so you lot know it's happening. And then all of you watching this who want to help out with the event, because this is an event we really need help with, because it's the reason a all female card has not happened is not because there's loads of female battlers that have been ignored. It's because we've been like, where do we start? So that's why I've set this date, and that's why this is the first time I'm announcing the name, because I feel like we can't properly get the balls, or we as a community, I mean, can't get the balls rolling, ball rolling properly, unless we know it's happening. So from now on, from today on, it's like I said, anyone watching this who wants to get involved, the information I can tell you is this. Like I said, I've got no lineup so far, and like I said, I'm going to build a team of women to run the thing with me. Like I said, I can't stand it when men try to take over these things and like be, do you know what I mean, wearing a cape and stuff like that. This is not what this is about at all. It's not about trying to be self-aggrandizing or nothing. It's literally about genuinely we're trying to make an effort to bring more women in, to create a space where women want to come to. Because, you know what I mean, we don't need to talk about things. If you know about them, you know about them. If you don't need to know about it, to be honest. But things have happened in the last few years. Let's be real. A lot of you watching this will know the kind of things I'm talking about. Things have happened that have made a lot of the female fan base, which, let's be honest, is fucking tiny as it is. Things have happened, things have come out, things have been said, whatever, that have made them feel like, is a battle rap event really for me? So it's like, I've seen people be like, yo, why is there not more women in the scene? I'm like, bro, because you haven't made a space. What's two women from the outside has made them desperately want to get involved. Like we had at the event I didn't speak about, the second house smoke on the 27th of November in London, 2 new women came to the event. There may be more, but I know 2 for sure. Now, if you're watching this, big up you, because I know we spoke for a while in the smoking area. But I said to the 2 women who were the new ones, I said, look, like, you might not think this is a big deal, but I was like, I've been doing these events for ages, and I recognize nearly every woman that comes to the door every time. I'd say 75-80% I recognize from a previous event, because there's the pocket of women that feel super comfortable coming Don't Flop or Premier Battles, whatever. They love it, blah, 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 blah. And I said to these women, I was like, yo, like, it's so sick that you've just come on your own accord, and I haven't even had to throw a female-only event for you to come. And they were like proper like bemused, like, mate, I don't even understand why anyone would never come to this. And I said, blah, 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 because things have happened and whatever. And obviously, let's be real, battle rap is super male dominated, and that's how it's always going to be. We're not trying to be something where it's like, yeah, 2023 we're going to do a like men versus women talk. No, we're not doing any of that. Like, there's always going to be more men. Let's be real, there's always going to be more men involved. I'm just trying to do my bit to bring women in, and I think there's a lot of women out there that would love it as a fan and as a battler. They just literally don't know about it, or they feel a bit weird about coming into such a male-dominated environment, which you really can't blame them for at all. So we're going to try and make this happen. If it gets to the date and we've got 2 battles, we'll do an event with 2 battles. If it gets to the date and we've got 10, 8, whatever, like I said, the event will happen regardless. Like, this event is going down. It's been years on the back burner. I was meant to do it 2020 summer, but for obvious reasons, I couldn't. So it will happen. This event is 100% going down. Like I said, honestly, as long as the card is good, that's what I wanted to say to you lot. Like, don't think this is going to be something where it's like any woman that we see that spits is like, yeah, come on board. No. That's not what we're trying to do. We're not trying to flood the scene with whack rappers that happen to be women. What we're trying to do with this event is uncover sick female MCs that we so far have not seen in Don't Flop. That's all I'm trying to do. Like I said, you're not going to see a card. I promise you. Like, my intention is not to just put together a card of 16 women, 8 battles, and nearly all of them are trash. Because then it's like, why don't I do that with the male battlers? You know what I mean? I agree. I think it's a good time for it. Definitely, it's a real good time. And I think 6 months, that's why I've set it for June. Because I think 6 months is a long enough period to really find some people. Because that's what I'm saying with this event. We're not going to sit back, and I'm not going to put a flyer out like I usually do and say, contact me, or like April Fools, contact Crow, contact. That's not how I'm going to work with this. You will see me saying that, but I'm telling you lot now, like, I'm going to be going out there and finding the women to take part. And I've never done that before. Funnily enough, actually, Briggsy and I, back in the day when we worked on Don't Flop together, used to talk about this all the time. Like, we need to be searching for people, not sitting back waiting. So I'm, to be honest, taking my own advice for the first time in years and being like, that's what I'm taking on as my task for this event. So any of you at all know any women, of course, a lot of you might not know any women that battle or rap or have an interest, tell them to get in touch. And like I said, I'm not going to be, once we've kind of got the core team of people, it's not going to be something led by me. I'm going to be helping it out. I'm definitely going to be doing a lot of the searching, a lot of the like the talent scouting and whatever. But the actual event, and let's make this clear as well, just so everyone understands, this is not something where we're doing an event that like, men can't come to, because that's so corny. Like this, men are 100% welcome at this event. It's going to be like any other Don't Flop event. But what I'm going to make an effort to do, I'm really going to make a conscious effort to be hiring women for the event, past just the battlers. That's my plan. I've already worked with a couple of sick female videographers. So I'm going to be hollering them. DJ, for example, I'm going to try get a sick female DJ for the event. Like I said, camera team, photography team. Just basically going to try and, like I said, include women in the event who may not have, if we're being honest, you know what I mean? If I was doing a big birthday event or whatever, let's just be honest, you know what I mean? It wouldn't, my first thought wouldn't be like, I'm getting a female DJ for this event. It's just how your brain is wired. It's not the first thought you have. So I'm making a conscious effort with this. Like I said, we're going to really try hire women for this event, just so the attitude is different and the environment is different. Like, and I said, it's going to be an environment. The crowd's going to be mixed. I'm sure there'll be loads of women, loads of guys, or whatever. It's never, ever, ever would I be the kind of guy to like say, I'm taking it on my head as no, we're not doing that. It's just going to be a situation where there'll be a lot more women attending, because the lineup will be women battling. And like I said, we'll have even down to, like, let's say if we get catering for the event, I'm going to make an effort to try and get some kind of female-based catering service. Anything you can think of, basically, I'm going to try and involve women in it, just to do something different, because I feel like women are super underrepresented in the scene. And there's a lot of women that spit, and we just, like I said, we haven't found them yet. But that's cool. So yeah, anyone, we need a lot of help with this event. 100%, we need all your help with this. So please get in touch. Be lovely to have a packed out venue in the start of the summer in London. Like I said, it could be like 16 new battlers. We might even have some live sets afterwards and whatever. It's going to be interesting. Do you know what I mean? I know a lot of you are going to come out of curiosity. That's absolutely fine. Half the reason I'm throwing the event is curiosity, just to see if we can pull it off. I hope and pray that we can. But as I said, if we end up with a small card, we're going to do a small event. If we end up with a big card, we'll do a big event. We'll see what happens. Right, let's move on. 2-on-2 tournament. Let's make this happen. Same thing what I said about the female-only card. There's not too many teams right now, but we just had an event where we brought people through. So, yeah. Same thing. We've got to just move on with it. There's definitely not a lot of active teams, but we have to just work with what we have available to us people. Otherwise, what the fuck are we going to do? We can't just sit about forever and be sitting here in 2033 being like, yo, no one's ever taken the titles of Shuffle and Marlow. No one's even clashed them. Like, we can't be doing that. So we'll do the tournament. The reason I've skipped straight to quarterfinals is because I don't want to, what's the way to say it? Like, I don't want to just stretch this out pointlessly. I don't want to have like a pointless tournament. I don't want to have a pointless tournament. There's loads and loads of battles, loads of rounds, shit teams that shouldn't even be in it just because they paid the money. No. We don't want to do that. We want to have 8 teams that are deserving. Now, we've already got Boyski and Canel. They battled last week. Frost, and I saw someone comment earlier, Frost and Frankie, they might not enter, but I'm hoping they would. Frost and Frankie were crazy. Impact and Twister. Impact and Twisters, what's the word? Chemistry was so fire. So I'm sure they'd enter. So we got a few. We got a few teams popping up. And we can put some random ones together. Now I'm going to be handling the majority of this tournament. So we actually did this for our last event. We just did. Some people got matched up just by us because they didn't have a partner. So yeah, man, if you want to be involved in the tournament, it's going to start in the summer. It's only going to be 3 events starting in the summer, 8 teams. I'm hoping we've maybe got 3-4 confirmed when they see this. But yeah, any solo battlers that want to be a part of it, if you really think you could be good in a 2-on-2 team, just give me a name. I'll put you on a list. When someone else pops up, we'll match you up, blah, blah, blah. But I'm really trying to keep it 8 teams only. So the standard is high. Haven't worked out the cash prize and entry fee yet. When we last did a 2-on-2 tournament, it was £100 per team. So it'll probably be £100 a team again. It might be a little bit more or less. I don't really know. But yeah, definitely. Yeah. I definitely would have hollered Bobby and Raptor for this if Raptor didn't call me a dickhead. But so that's not happening. But yeah, so yeah, it will be yeah, most likely £100 entry. Minimum the prize will be as £1,000, but hopefully we can bump up something more as the year goes on. But that's what we're doing. So yeah, we'll go through that. Location to be confirmed. And then yeah, the 5, I can't remember how many. I think it's 5 or 6 weeks later, possibly 5 semi-finals. Location to be confirmed, and then first big event in a minute. Next in line 5, 1st of October. Now I say from the get-go, we're really hoping. We can't promise anything, but first off, this will be where the final is. The final of the 2-on-2 tournament will be here about, again, 6 weeks after the last battle. Final 1st of October. It's an easy date to remember. Saturday 1st of October. The final will be there. 1 second, sorry. Yeah, so 1st of October, to put that in your diaries as well. Next in line, how next in line gets down. It was amazing this year. Yeah, so that's what it's going to be. It's going to be the final of the 2-on-2 tournaments. You only have to do 3 battles, and then obviously the winner will, in the future, face Shuffler for the title. But yeah, we haven't got anything booked. But what I want to say is we're really hoping to have internationals at this event. I know you lot really miss seeing them. It's always like a treat for the loyal fans to see the Americans, the Canadians, and whatever. So we can't promise anything, but if things are okay, if travel is okay, if there's no like massive isolations and whatever else, we're really gonna try to have like one or two internationals at this event. Nothing like mad, but like I said, if we can even get one as a nice little, like I said, treat for you lot, we'll do it. If not though, it will. We can confirm now it'll have the 2-on-2 final for whatever amount of money, which so it'll be fucking live. Might even be another on beat title there. Who knows? It's gonna be live. You know what it's like, man. So yeah, Danny Jack will be creating that, mainly him, but just like the last thing, it was myself, Danny, Sean Cray, and Craig from Code Red. We'll kind of be working on it together, but Danny will be taking the lead on it. So yeah. If you want a trip to London, I don't know where it's going to be. Like I said to you earlier about the on beat title. I mean, that my experience with the sound engineer has just completely put me off the venue. I know you lot love the Fiddler's Elbow and that, but London's a humongous place. There's so many venues, so it might end up being there. It may end up being there. It may not. I honestly don't know. But my experience with their staff was just so bad. And they just were so fucking unhelpful all day. Not just the sound engineer, but she was the worst of all of them. But I actually said to my lot afterwards, I was like, we're not doing another event there. Now, obviously, time has passed. I know you lot love it. So for the sake of the fans, maybe we will. But personally, you might end up seeing the first ever Next in Line at a new venue. Because, yeah, we weren't treated too good that day. But, yeah, right, moving on. Let's get through these. Yes, so 14, just the same as 13. Second event for sure in Bristol of the year. Might be loads more, who knows. Yeah, man, not too much to say apart from hopefully internationals. Again, I know you lot want to see them. I promise you I want to see them too. We got to take it back to Bristol. Big up everyone from Bristol who came through, man. You got that April Fool's event in the start of the year just for a little laugh, and then we had to bring the birthday back there. There's nowhere else I feel I can see myself doing it now, man. The city turns up for us too much in both senses of the term. Like they're just there, bro. Like we're doing events in cities like London and people just aren't coming out, and then we're doing events in cities like Bristol and we're having to turn people away. We have people turn up to buy tickets on the door at about 10 a.m. in the morning, and the doors are open till 1. So it's like we got to do events where the people want to fucking see battle rap, and Bristol, like, you lot are so mad. Like any battle, like I said about April Fools, come battle there, man. Honestly, the vibe there, the crowd, they don't give a shit where you're from, whether you're top tier, bottom tier. If you are sick, they show you love. As I said, just like the Leeds crowd was about 10 years ago, that's what Bristol is like right now. Ask any musician. They're all over social media 24/7 saying Bristol's the best city in the UK for music right now. So yeah, we're definitely going there twice next year. However, I actually didn't say though. Fuck, I should have said this. The title match, as in a solo title match, we're going to do it next in line, just to switch it up. So the plan is to do the final of the second-hand smoke tournament at next in line the 1st of October, and the title match 1st of October as well. And then my plan is to have in Bristol on the 12th of November to do the winners of the Second House Smoke tournament versus Shuffle T and Marlow. Now, these things might have to change. I'm hoping they won't, but like the dates won't change. But I'm saying these plans may have to change. But this is how I'm seeing it. The final of the tournament is in October, and then the winners will face Shuffalo in Bristol 6 weeks later in November. That's my plan. But as I said, the one-on-one title, we've done 2 in Bristol now, February 2020 and then November 2021. Both the solo ones are in Bristol, so I'm going to move that to the 1st of October in London. Obviously, we don't have anyone for Shuffle to face, Craft to face yet, but yeah, that's the plan. So let me try to catch up on some of these comments. Yes, sorry, let me just catch up on these. Yeah, 100%. Dunch, yeah, he's the kind of person I'm talking about. For like a next in line card, 100%. If we can bring someone like Dunch out, we will. Shotty versus Arsenal was at Cable that in London, but that's closed down. If that hadn't closed, that got closed by the council. If Cable never closed down, we would have probably had every big event ever there. Because you didn't even need microphones. As you can see, we literally made a stage out of random blocks in the middle of the room, and you didn't need the room. Honestly, Cable, dead silent. It's like being in a recording studio. It's absolute silence. So yeah, fucking amazing. The fact we only managed to do 2 events there, Shotty versus Arsenal and Shotty versus Matt Hoffer. What a shame. But yeah, that's done now. As far as I know, it's never opening again. Yeah, we got to come back for real, 100%. Yeah, Knots definitely, man. Big up Grazza, by the way. Yeah, Knots. That's somewhere I'm not ruling out. These are dates that I'm announcing are like, these are just ones we're definitely doing, but there is room to slot other bits in. So a Knots event, like whether it could be, I remember you said about doing an outdoor one at that big park, whatever it's called, with the castle or whatever in the background. We could do one of them. We could do a small event in Knots, but yeah, that's not. I'm just trying to keep it to the bigger cards to announce now, so everyone knows what to book off. But yeah, definitely not ruling Knots out for the year because I haven't been there in a minute, man. To be fair, the crowd's always been sick there as well. 1 second. So yeah, I'll be curating the event. Hopefully, same thing as Nil. We'll have a couple internationals. I don't know who. I'm not really sure. But couple will be nice. Yeah, this is a plan, bro. Sorry, I just saw your comment. I know you left it ages ago. This is definitely the plan. The word franchise, like we'll cover it more another time, obviously. But yeah, that's definitely the plan going forward. I'll talk about it more later when we talk about the future. Don't flop in general, but yeah, that's definitely the plan going forward, bro. Is just to kind of let some more people take the reins on this to allow us time to jump into more difficult tasks, like, for example, curating the women's event, which is going to take so much work. So my long-term goal, which I'll cover more later, is definitely that, is to bring in the battlers more and allow them to almost do their own part of Don't Flop whilst we do other things. It's going to be hard to get there, but that is the plan. That is definitely the plan. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I probably shouldn't have put curated by on the ones by me because most of them are created by me. But I was just trying to follow the thing. But I did notice that as well. What I more meant was I'm only curating a couple that are specifically for like this series. But obviously all the others like birthday and that's always going to be me doing it. All right, let's get to the next one. Must be nearly at the end. Yeah, awards. Now, any of you that got me on Facebook, you might remember I announced this January last year, just when this like COVID stuff was just not looking like it would be that serious or whatever. My plan was to do an award show the end of 2020 and we build up to it throughout the year. That was always the plan. Obviously, nothing really happened in 2020, so there was nothing to really give awards for. But this is a plan. I want it to be in person. If, let's say, God forbid, if we end up this time next year and we're in a lockdown, it'll just be like an online kind of Zoom thing. But my idea is, this is what I've wanted to do for ages. Like, we used to give out awards in Don't Flop, but it was just quickly at an event. You know what I mean? My idea is, I really want to do it like a proper award show. Like, I'm not getting carried away. I don't mean like with like limousines and fucking 20 grand fucking champagne bottles. I don't mean that. I mean, like, I want to do an in-person award show where we hire out a venue, maybe like a cinema or something. We screen battles of the winners and we screen the nominations, blah blah blah. I basically just want to do basically what GRM have done with Rated on a much smaller scale. I want to do that for Don't Flop, and that was always my plan from the start of last year. And I announced it, and you lot got gas when I announced it. I had so many people said, "Yeah, I'll get involved," rah rah rah. But again, we need a lot of help with this. We need a lot of people working with us on the night. We need volunteers. We need so many people to help us out, to help it run smoothly. If we do it though, we'll do it properly. Like I said, it's not going to be at some massive grand hall. It'll probably be at a cinema or something. But it will be, I'm talking, you know what I mean? Red carpet, this, that, everything. All the battlers there. Obviously, it's open to everybody. This is not just a Don't Flop thing. It's like I'll need to. This is super early days. I'm just kind of spitballing here, but like it's not going to be like, it's going to be presented by Don't Flop because obviously I'll be running it, but it's going to be about battle rap as a whole. I will be giving out awards for, you know, international things like best battle on URL or whatever. And it'll obviously be like Don't Flop centric because I'm running it, but there'll be things, you know what I mean? We'll definitely, like, you know, I chat obviously a lot of shit about me and Briggsy, but I will work with him on it. I'll try bring Briggsy in it in a way, whatever way. Some of the smaller leagues that a lot of them I'm a knobhead, so that I won't be including them. But there's, some of the smaller leagues will bring in them as well. And like I said, it's early days in it because as soon as we went in lockdown last year, I scrapped the idea. I haven't thought about it since. But as far as I know, from what I know, by the 10th of December, everyone's events should be done. From what I know, they should all be done. We should give us enough time to compile, polls for online and blah 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 whatever. So yeah, so this we're gonna need a lot. We're gonna need a lot of help with this. So yeah, if you want to help out like any way, whatever, get involved. But yeah, I'm hoping, and I put location to be confirmed because who knows where it might be. I don't know. It might be in the Midlands for everybody to be easiest. It might be in London. Who knows? But I want it to happen, like I said, and it's going to happen. What I said about the female event, same thing. It might happen on a really small scale because it's only year one. And we're probably not going to have any funding for it at all. It's just an idea. It's a bit of fun. It might happen on a very small scale, like 50 people. It might happen on a big scale with 200. I don't know. But something will happen. Like I said, absolute last resort. We'll do it as an online thing that everyone can log on to and watch live. But I'll work out a judging panel for it, blah, 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 blah. I'll have somebody to keep an eye on what the other leagues are doing. I'll be putting forward the best things from Don't Flop, blah, blah, blah. If Briggsy wants, he can put forward the best things from Premier Battles, blah, 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 whatever. Everyone comes together, showing love, have a good time. Just a little like bit of fun before Christmas, basically. There'll be obviously proper awards and this and that. We'll get guest people to come present the awards, whatever. So that's the idea anyway. And if you don't know what it stands for, Battle Rap's Utmost Valued, because I am a motherfucking genius. No, I'm joking. But that's it. Battle Rap's Utmost Valued. The Brother Awards. Come on, look. We took this brother shit global, man. So yeah, that's gonna end the year. So let's move on from that. All right. So how do you lot feel about this then? Just as an extra thing for the year. It's 10 years next year. Now, if you followed me for a while, you know that I've always said, like, always, I'd never do an in-house tour again. Some of you watching this probably never seen it. Same thing. Once you get off here, please put an in-house tour, watch the whole playlist. It'll take you like 2 hours. It is one of the funniest things I've ever done in my life. But it's 10 years ago next year we did it. And people are forever being like, bro, you got to do a tour again. But I've always said, nah, it will ruin it. Like it would. If we did an In Your House tour the next year after that, it would have ruined the whole thing. The magic of it is that if it was a super last minute thing, we had no idea how it was going to work and it was jokes. But so what I'm saying is to commemorate 10 years of it, I want to do something like it. I don't know what, but I want to do something like the tour, but it has to be on a bigger scale. Yeah, it is, bro. Trust me. Like, I looked very different back then. I was like 3 stone lighter and I had a fucking skinhead and no beard, like literally like a different person. And some of the stuff we kept in the footage last time would not be kept in this time. I'm just gonna say that much. Yeah, this is the one everyone to this day, Troy, still still talks to me about when I meet random fans and they say, "Oh, in the house tour, bro." The first thing everyone says is, "What's going on with them fucking wrestlers, mate? They were mad." Like, look, if you haven't seen it, bro, like, if you haven't seen the in the house tour, if you've only got time to watch one, skip through and find the one where we go to the backyard wrestling, because it will change your life. It is one of the best videos on the whole Don't Flop channel, I promise you. So as I said, if we do something, sorry, let me try to take this off. Yeah, if we do something, it has to be on a bigger scale, and it can't be the same thing. That's what I'm saying. I don't just want to get a different set of battlers and go, well, this ain't in the house tour because it's not Mickey and Enigma. I'm saying I want to do a tour, but I've got no idea right now what. So I'm saying, for you lot out there, please send me any of your ideas how we can make it different. I think we said maybe this time we'd try go up north a bit, because last time we were just driving, so we kept it all fairly southern, so we didn't have to drive too far. But again, if we start, do you know what I mean? We try and make it on a bigger scale, whatever. We could maybe start trying to take it around the whole country. We did 5 days last time, so maybe we could do 7 this time, blah blah blah, whatever. We have to do something like that. If we can come up with a way to do it, it's not ripping off the in-house tour, that won't ruin the magic of that, and we can do a tour, I'm all ears, man. Yeah, hey mate, like I know some of you, a lot of you have probably seen it, but I know there's a lot of newer people watching this as well. So please, honestly, just put aside 2 hours tonight or 2. Yeah, I agree, Canal, 100%. I'm sure I'll have no problem getting Canal to do it. Yeah, please, if you haven't seen it in-house, to do it. And like I said, 10-year commemorating it. Yeah, man, it'd be sick. All right, let's move on. What's the next? I literally have no idea what's coming next. What's the next one? All right, title. This is cool. So I need everybody's engagement in this one, man. Big up the 50 of you that are still here. Like a beach tour. I like that more, but that's hard. That's hard. Hold on. Let's see. Beach tour out the house. See, that's what I mean. Like, that could be something we could do. That is a way we could flip it. Do everything on like a super picturesque location around the country. We actually were meant to do this in Bristol. But when they pushed the what do you call it? When it was meant to open in June, but they didn't open until July. We were going to do something on Clifton Suspension Bridge in Bristol, like a picturesque. So we could do a whole tour like that. We could do a whole tour of picturesque locations around the country. That'd be wild. Yeah, this could work as well, definitely, bro. Yeah, 100%, man. That could definitely work as well. We'll make something happen. We'll make something happen, right? So yeah, for the title, as I said, it's going to be 1st of October. That's the plan. If all goes to plan, it's going to be 1st of October in London. Yeah, for Next in Line. So there's no obvious contender right now. So I don't really know what else to say. We need some ideas, basically, because we want to promote the title match like hard. We want to promote it all year. We want the event to sell out again. Yeah, I mean, we did 160 or something tickets this time. We want to do over 200 for the next one. So Crafts won twice. Like I said, whatever you feel or whatever you know about the Clash in general, whether you think Shuffle won or not, Craft did his thing. There's no way of denying he did his thing. Briggsy, you fucking crap me up. I might give it to Trev just because I know he's not part of your little new battler Twitter click thing, and I know you lot think the only new battlers that matter are the ones that are the clicky ones. I promise you they're not, bro. Big up my guy Trev every time. But yeah, you know what I mean. I'm not sure if Crow would be at a title level yet, but yeah, I'm sure he'll be there in the future. Next year might not be the year he makes it, but he could definitely make it in the future. But anyway, we just need ideas, babe. That's all I'm saying. We definitely need ideas, people. So get thinking. Let us know whenever we ask about it. Please leave comments and that. Yeah, Quill's the only. I mean, I guess it's a shame. Quill's definitely up there. Quill's definitely up there, but he has clashed Crafty before. That's the only problem, is that those two It might not. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but they clashed in 2019. It's not actually that long ago, really. It was only a one rounder and whatever. And I'm sure there'll be a lot more to say. Um, it's just a shame that they clashed when they did, because it would be nice to have a lot of fresh shit. But he's definitely up there. You're right. You're right. Especially after his thing we just dropped. Was it yesterday? Yeah. Big up to you, man. Yeah. Respect to you, Has. Nah. Quill hasn't had a shot at the. Quill hasn't had a shot at the title. No, he'd had the international thing, which is the kind of thing we did for a bit of fun with DNA. But nah, he hasn't had a shot at the actual title. Frankie, yeah, 100%, man. We're definitely considering Frankie. But there might be some people we've overlooked. I don't know, but we're 100% considering Frankie. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, so yeah, we need some ideas. Quill's one, Frost one. I see someone say Frost. Same thing. I mean, Frost might end up being the year after. Do you know what I mean? Frost building momentum now. He's sick. Don't get me wrong. I rate him so much. He's building momentum now. But yeah, same as Crow. I don't know if he'd be. Title's a big thing. Do you know what I mean? To be like the guy. I don't know. Georgie's the guy, but the second guy. It's a big deal. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if you're trying to imply Boski's not worth it, bro, because he's one of the guys you're pushing hard at the moment, Briggs. So I'm not sure if you're trying to. I know you don't rate half the people you push, but I don't know if you're trying to disrespect Boski by saying that. But he's one of your main ticket sellers. So do you know what I mean? I will steal him from you if you give me the chance. But yeah, is Osh ever coming back? I get asked this every stream. No, he's not. I've changed my answer now. I used to say, yeah, maybe. He's not, bro. It's dead. It's done. It's over. It's pathetic. I can't be asked with it, mate. It's a fucking joke. Yeah, I try to be positive. I do try and be positive on the streams and that, to like be like, yeah, maybe, you never know. Realistically, bro, it's been like years. He ain't coming back. Like I ain't heard from the guy in a minute, and I'm not chasing anybody to come battle on Don't Flop. Like you can literally come battle on Don't Flop, make money, have fun. Or you can sit in your house doing fuck all. Like, I don't really care, bro. I apologize to the fans that really, really want to see it, but it's just not happening. So let's move on anyway. Appreciate all of you still locked in for real. Right, what's the next one? 2 seconds. Right, let's go. Yeah, so that's on one. Okay, there you go. Yeah, no, I uploaded the wrong one. Okay, yeah, we can go to that. That's fine. 2 seconds, people. Yeah. Yeah, we can go to the Q&A session, man. We've covered a lot of stuff about the future anyway. Yeah, the main thing really, I've covered it already for the 2022/23 onwards. The main thing I was going to discuss was the franchising idea anyway. And there's not too much else to say on that right now, apart from that's what we're going to try and do. We're going to start it this year, like I said, low level. People like Crow, who already works with Don't Flop, he's going to have his own event. Hulk, who's already done a lot, going to give him his own official curated by Hulk event. But really, yeah, the only thing to say about 2023 so far is just to really, I want to be in a position where we've really got this franchising thing locked down. Because right now it's just an idea. We don't really understand it. I don't really know what I'm doing with it. But my aim is to get to a point where we're like really got events left, right, and center that people are curating. And yeah, we start bringing in people from the outside who know what they're doing. They curate their own event, blah, blah, blah. It's an interesting concept for real. Very interesting concept. Yeah, man. As I said earlier, maybe you missed it, bro. Big up for tuning in. There's none in the pipeline, no, but there'll be October onwards is the plan. We got October the 1st in London, and then November the 12th in Bristol. That's when we're going to look at bringing people over. So there's no one specific, but we're looking at like a couple small guys that really be making a buzz overseas. And obviously what I would love is to get the funding, if possible, to manage to somehow find the funding to bring over, you know, one of them old names you lot love that we used to bring to the birthday, someone like that, or someone new, obviously, as well. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that, man. How often do you think about? I that's a good first question to be fair. I don't know. What was what? Let me give you actually what's hilarious about this. Right, it's even more funny because Briggsy's tuned in. Like the answer is I don't think about it that much. But what is so jokes about the situation is when we dropped the fake fight video, which was the whole point was it's going to look fake. So Gemini's boy, this is too much. So Gemini's boy just heard we were filming in this car park, right? So Gemini's boy just pulls up on his push bike. Yo, what are you saying, bro? You're good, yeah? Just innocent geezer, just pulls up on his push bike. We shoot the video, and then when we release it, Briggsy comments, oh, like, it's so blatantly fake. They've got a Ronin. Now, if any of you don't know, a Ronin is the frame thing that cameramen have that you can go like that with, whatever. That stabilizes the camera. So me and Gem at the time were in tears because obviously we let it marinate for a few days to like let people think it's real. And then Briggsy was all over social media like, can't believe these guys think they've pulled the wool over our eyes when there's a Ronin in the shot. And we were like in tears, like it's literally Gemini's mates push bike handlebars because he was just watching us film and we didn't even care enough to like take him out of the shot. So yeah, that was a fucking funny time, man. Am I still looking at? Yeah, good question, bro. I think I recognize your name. You said you were at the event, right? Yeah, man. I would say we'll probably come back and do it at the attic. Jam Jar was sick, so it's hard, man. I don't know. Probably the attic because the attic's a bit bigger and not what do you call it? Not trying to be big headed, but like we need that capacity because, like I said, we're building a nice little fan base in Bristol now. I can definitely feel it building. We did 150 plus about 20 on the door for this last one. So my next ones, I'm looking at 200, 220. Like we're looking at really building the scene there to be like the old kind of Don't Flop vibes, but there. So yeah, the attic is such a sick venue. For a lot of you don't know, like where we just did Shuffle and Craft, that's where we filmed other Don't Flop battles as well. It looks totally different on camera, but Yunnan Jefferson Price was filmed there. Crazy versus Enigma was filmed there. You'd never tell because it's a different. The camera's on the other side and we're on the stage. But yeah, so right now I'd say the attics are home, but I'm not like in any contract with them. I'd consider other places. But wow, what a fucking question, bro. Not that I know of, man. Nah, we actually never made that many tracks together, bro. It's such a shame. Yeah, I'd love to say there was like a whole folder I could give you, but nah, bro. I think most of the stuff we did was from the ages of like 18 to like quite young, probably 21. After that, to be honest, what happened, long story short, was kind of Don't Flop blew up and we just stopped doing it. And that was definitely a big regret. It's a mad question, bro. Big up you for asking that. Yeah, no, honestly, that's what happened, really. We were making music for fun. And then, yeah, when we were early 20s, Don't Flop kind of like blew up pretty quickly, like in the space of like 2 months, basically. And then we just never even used to have conversations about making music anymore. And I look back at it now, I'm like, shit, man, like, we should have made some bangers during that period. Do you know what I mean? But I'm back making music now. He's making music from what I see, like every few months, I see something new from him. I'm in the studio like every 2 weeks now. I plan to be in it basically every 2 weeks for the next year. So I'm going to have loads of new stuff coming out. And yeah, he probably will as well. But yeah, unfortunately not, man. Yes, big up you, bro. No, shouts out Sid, big up you, mate. How many times did good question, bro. I don't know. What happened with Don't Flop was always bound to happen. I've said this to everyone. It was a what do they call it? What do the cool kids say? It was just a powder keg, bro. It was just, if it hadn't happened, then yeah, it might have me not booking that flight might have exacerbated things, but doesn't really matter. It was always going to happen regardless. Like you've always been a snake, bro. Do you know what I mean? I'm joking. I'm fucking around. I don't know. Yeah, there was, but you know what I mean. That's how I've always felt. I've always said to anyone, man, anything bad that ever happened with Don't Flop, I always thought was bound to happen at some point. We're just rebuilding it now. Okay, so basically, when we're going back to 2017. Bringsy. Yeah, what event was it? It was a Newcastle event, and I just didn't book. I just didn't book a flight basically till it was too late. I honestly I don't know why I just didn't. It was Briggsy's event. It was Briggsy's last event for Don't Flop, maybe or something like that. I just didn't book the flight. It was meant to be Caustic's flight. I didn't book it early enough. He then didn't come. I can't remember, but Briggsy basically brings it up 24/7. But as you can see, we still fucking love each other, so it is what it is. But yeah. So yeah, get any last questions you lot got, people, and then we'll get out of it. I was trying to keep this under 2 hours, so maximum 20 more minutes. But if you lot got any more questions and haven't got any more questions, we can lock it off now. Yeah, shouts out to you, Jay. I was talking about you earlier, bro. I was saying you and Zen's clash was potentially battle of the day on Beat Fighter #1, first event, 1st of May, because everyone thought you were gonna get bodied, and you like held your own. So big up you, man. And you've been a part of Don't Flop since. So shouts out to you, mate. Like you got a good future with us next year. Yeah. Let's go. Any more questions you got? Me versus people. I seen. Oh, why am I fucking pinning this message? What am I doing? Yeah, I've seen a few people. Well, no, more. Let's be honest, more than a few people have said about me and Well, you spelled my name wrong, but I assume you mean me. All I can say is I consider it, bro. Like obviously, I haven't battled in a minute, man. It's a big effort, and yo, I don't even know if I got it anymore. I'm being real. Like Quill's a serious battler. Quill's like a bad boy battler, do you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, I appreciate why it'd be a good clash. I get it. There'll be a lot of creativity. Let's be honest, like I got to big myself up. Like people want to see the clash because there'll be a lot of creativity in the clash. Like it would be a dope clash. Obviously, it would be. I know that. If I was a battle rap watcher, I'd want to see versus Quill as well. Do you know what I mean? But it's a big ask, and he really wants to do it. And the way he tries to persuade me is he tries to say, "Oh, bro, I'm not going to go deep." I'm like, it's not even about going deep. Like, you got to go deep on me to. He still might catch your body. Do you know what I mean? So that's my answer. It's always going to be a maybe. Like, if the right offer came along, the right event, blah blah blah. Like, you know what I mean? We'd definitely have a good clash, 100%. Yes, let me keep going down. How do I feel about Eurgh? You lot got to stop dropping these in jokes, man. This is like a fucking public stream. You lot are dropping I'm the one that's got to sit here and explain all your jokes. Like, my answer is yeah, I like Eurgh because I can make sick bars out of it. Like I make a sick bar out of fucking anything. Yo, real talk. Shuffle versus yeah. That one might have to go to Prem. I can't see that. I can't see that happening on Don't Flop anytime soon. But that's a good battle though. It's one of those ones you feel like should have happened by now. So yeah, I'd like to see it as a fan. I'd like to see it. Yes, bro, 100%. Good question, man. Me and Crow. If you don't know, Crow's our graphic designer. Big up him. Yeah. We're designing new merch right now. We literally just spoke about it on the phone an hour before I did the stream. So yeah, we got one of everything dropping. What I call it, new cap, new t-shirt, new hoodie, new sweater, everything. But it's going to be a minute until they're here because we haven't even printed them yet. But it is coming because I probably still get an email like at least a couple times a week. Like, and it used to be like every day, but at least a couple times a week, people saying like, when's a new t-shirt coming out? Because we haven't had merch for time. So yeah, 2022. I'm actually glad you reminded me of that, bro. Big up. Yeah, definitely. We will come. Like I said, one new of everything. We got like some what always people seem to like from us. We got like the mock, the parody. We got a couple parody bits, a couple just sick bits working on. We're working on a new Don't Flop logo, a t-shirt, like loads of stuff, man. He made a title. I didn't even know that. I thought it was fine. Basically, look, let me explain to you, like, yeah. So the battle is ready to drop. Obviously, it's Christmas Day. Everyone's feeling gassed. I got it online. I was like, yeah, I want to release this now. Crow, my designer, it's Christmas Day. So he's with his family. So I say to Crow, I'm like, bro, can you do some artwork for me quickly? He's like, I'm busy, bro. So what is it in Friends when Joey pisses on her leg and he's like, I stepped up. That's how I felt. I stepped up. Like, I stepped up. I wanted to put Merry Christmas on the fucking video. So I made a thumbnail that said Merry Christmas. I put the Don't Flop logo on it. I put a picture of snow in the background. I released it because it doesn't matter. This is what I'm saying. What matters is the battle. The battle is done nice. Everyone loves the battle. What the thumbnail is, as long as it says Merry Christmas, I'm fucking happy with it. But yeah, a new one will be coming soon. Thank you very much for your helpful question. Damn, this is so long ago. I don't even know, bro. I to be honest, not trying to beat myself up, but probably 10 seconds before the battle. Because if you can flip, you can flip. In battle rap, you can either flip or you can't flip. I'm someone that's always been lucky. I can think of stuff off the top of my head. It's always been my biggest reactions. He probably took his hoodie off. I saw it said something, and I probably wrote the bar there. It's not a very interesting answer. Well, yeah, my answer to this is good question, to be fair. But my answer to this is probably it depends on what league, unfortunately, because as you lot know, a lot of battlers are playing favourites now, trying to get on the good side of certain people, which is very embarrassing. You lot know it's embarrassing. I know some of you don't want to say it. Some of you battlers don't want to say it. You know it's embarrassing. Come on. So what battles I'd like to see depend on who's where. You know what I mean? On Don't Flop, really, there's no like big international battles. I don't know who would end up getting. I just want to see. It's a bit of a shit answer, but I couldn't really give you specific names. I can just tell you what I want to see. Like, I want to see them legendary international battles again, because they're just, that energy can't be matched. Like, you just can't match it. Like when you fly someone over, it's their first time out, I introduce them, the crowd goes wild, they're thinking, fucking hell, you lot know me over here. That's what I want to see. I want to see, I'm gassed for the title match, because it'll just be in a new city, new opponent, obviously, blah 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 blah. But yeah, but as far as actual matchups, whoever my man was above that said Shuffle versus O'Shea, I'd actually love to see that battle. If you want actual matchup, I'd really like to see that battle, but you won't see it on Don't Flop because of politics. Like, we talk about it every stream. I'm tired, sick to the back teeth talking about it. Because of politics, you won't see it on Don't Flop. But that'll be a dope clash. So someone should set it up. I'll tell you actually what as well. And that's been cancelled on multiple different leagues, but the Saurus versus BA, someone's got, I know it's a random fucking battle to say, but the Saurus versus BA, someone has to set up. Like, that's not even for political reasons. No, there's no politics in that battle for me, but I don't see that happening on Don't Flop. But I know them two have been set to battle multiple times. So Saurus and BA are there, obviously. They're from the same era, man. It would be a good battle for the old school. There's like new fans coming through, which is great, but you still got to make sure you put out content that doesn't alienate your original fans. And I feel like a battle like Saurus versus BA is for the old school heads. You know what I mean? So I hope someone sets it up. But I don't see that happening on Don't Flop. Let me try and think of a proper one for Don't Flop. I want to give you a proper good answer for Don't Flop. What I want to see this year. It's tough. We're trying a lot of new things, man. Like I said, with the female event, I'd love to be able to tell you 2 female MCs that I want to see clash, but I can't because I haven't found them yet. So I don't know. They don't exist to me right now, but in 2 months' time, they probably will. So ask me again then. I need to see Shufflo defend the title. Like I said, I don't know who it will be against, but I need to see them defend it and remind people either why they deserve to still be champs or why it's time to pass the baton. Do you know what I mean? So I'm, like I said, it's not confirmed right now, but that's the plan, is end of November, right at the end of the year, they battle the best 2-on-2 team of next year. Let me have another thing. There must be some battles I want to see. I want to see, genuinely, all jokes aside, I'd like to see some new people in on-beat battles. I'd like to see some people who've smashed a cappella come through and do it on beat. I'd like to see a load of new on beat battlers, like people that have been, let's say people doing their thing on JDZ Media, Link Up TV, GRM. I'd love to bring some of them through, but again, I can't give you a specific name. But I'd love to bring some of them through to do some like real, like basically bring people from the. It's always like people battle first, and then they're like, oh, by the way, I do music. I want to do it the other way around. I want to scout out people that are like, yo, I've got a tune that's on 100,000 views, but let me come through Don't Flop and do it on beat clash. Show you I can clash as well. So that's what we've been. Again, this genuinely is this. The maddest thing is this is the shit that myself and Briggsy used to discuss when we worked on Don't Flop together. It is the main thing we used to discuss is we've got to get out there. Now it's like we're running two separate things, and both of us are thinking exactly the same thing. That we got to get out there and find people that are already good at rapping. But haven't battled and be like, yo, let's bring you in. Because like I said, it's usually people are, no disrespect, but they're big fans first. They email us. We say, oh, you'll be okay. Come through. But there's people you probably never heard of. And genuinely, there's people you've never heard of. You look online and you're like, fucking hell, bro. You got a tune with 150K, 85K, 120K. I've never even heard of you, bro. You're sick. Holler that guy. Bring him through. Get him to clash. That's the plan. Let me keep going down. That's a good question. I'm going to sound super disrespectful when I say this. Good question, though, for real. But both of them have this similarity that people call them boring. So it would either be a battle where they proved everyone right, and it was just like, this just ain't working, man. Because neither of them have got something to kind of draw off on each other. Or, bruv, maybe it's a battle. But like I said, I got to be, what's the word, realistic in my expectations. Because I was very gassed after the Craft Shuffle battle. Like, trust me, I was there in, to be fair, it probably was Nano's. I don't remember. Wherever it was we ate after the event. I was there like, that was the fucking clash, bro. That was the clash. That was the one. And I was like, yo, do you know what? This is the one where everyone's going to be like, yo, Craft is sick. And as I said at the start of the stream, it hasn't really happened like that. So I don't want to sit in now and say again, yo, if they clash each other, but it would be a sick clash. It would be a very good, and like me and Bizzo are cool, man. Again, it's one of them political ones where Bizzo would, I know I keep making jokes, but being real, me and Bizzo have always been sound. He's a good lad, man. I've got nothing bad to say about him at all. But all jokes aside, I think he might feel that who would start crying if he come over to Don't Flop. Which is a shame, because I said it's money to be made, fans to see, cities to come see. He's probably never been in Bristol, all these places, you know what I mean? So it's a shame. But I get the feeling, I might be, honestly, maybe I'll be proved wrong. Maybe he'll come on the channel next year. But I give him his props. Like, I got no personal problem with him at all. I give him his props. He's been doing this thing this year. He's always been good lyrically. Him versus, what was it, Kid Verbal? His battle with Kid Verbal back in the day was fire. It seems like he's got that momentum going again. So the door's open for him. I'm not saying it would be versus Craft, but the door is definitely open. But I don't know if he'd be too worried that he'd just be getting a load of shit, which is such a shame from one person. Like, everybody, obviously fans of battle rap like you lot watching, who've been following Bizzo this year, would be like, oh, he's battling Craft D. But then there's one guy that would fuck it up for everybody else, which is a shame. But that guy's opinion holds a lot of weight. So I see Bizzo maybe being a little bit cautious. Like, let's be real. Bizzo shows me a lot of love in private, but he doesn't show me any publicly. And I've noticed it. I log all these things. So, and I'm not hating him. Like I said, I'm not hating. He's a good lad. I've always had respect for him. He's a nice guy. But I do notice who doesn't give a fuck and shows Don't Flop mad love publicly, and who keeps it private. And factually, Bizzo is just somebody, the higher he's got up in PB, he keeps a lot of his love for me / Don't Flop on a DL. Do you know what I mean? So that's just something to consider. Oh, you lot coming through with the questions now, for real. All right, 5 minutes left, yeah. Which two battlers would have been the best battle at their peak? Good question. That's a great question. The best battle at their peaks, even if they didn't peak at the same time. I don't know if it'll ever happen, but back in the day, Shuffle and Marlowe used to talk about battling each other. I don't think it would ever happen now. But back in the day when they were like mid-level, they used to say this a lot actually. They used to be like, man, when we're big, because they had self-belief, so fair play. Shuffle and Marlowe used to be like, nah, when we're big, bruv, like we maybe like in the future we'll do like me versus Marlowe. So Shuffle might even be at his peak now. Marlowe, if I'm honest, has never really dipped. He's always been sick. Like, wait till you lot see. If you haven't seen it, if you want to cop the pay-per-view, watch it now. Great. If not, it'll be out in a couple of weeks. Marlowe's performance versus Danny Jack was life-changing. Like, he shut the fucking venue down, and in one round, body bag. So yeah, those two at their peaks, I'd love, just because it's legendary. Obviously, Shuffle and Marlowe. I'd like to see Luna and Shotty clash, just so people can never say it again. Because it's just so boring. It's so fucking boring. Like, yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's just so boring that still people pop up and genuinely, I get emails like me. I get emails, people asking me, are you setting up Shotty versus Luna? So I would love it. Whether they're at their peaks now, that's a different debate. But I would just love those two to battle, just so it's done and people can finally see he's better or he's better, and then we just fucking leave it at that. Osha's definitely peaked, but Osha at his peak, maybe Shuffle actually. If we could go back in time and take Shuffle kind of where he's at now, which he might actually be at his peak now, and Osh when he was at his peak, who was just stomping through shit left, right, and center. That would have been actually. I will tell you one. That may happen in the future, but it will never be the same as what it could have done. It's O'Shea versus Unanimous. That's the best answer I can give you. O'Shea versus Unanimous. We had so many plans. If you lot remember when O'Shea battled, was it Uno Lavos? And he was like, oh, you're a little gimp, Unanimous, or whatever. That's what started it off. And we were like, yo, we're going to build this for a year and then we're going to clash. And then they were meant to clash a couple times. And we never really pushed it to make it properly happen. Do you know why? Honestly, because we always thought there'd be another time. That's honestly what it was. We were always just like, there'll be another time. There'll be another time. We'll do it then. Maybe we won't do it there. The crowd's not big enough there. We'll do it in Leeds. We'll do it in Liverpool, whatever. And then before you know it, bang, Don't Flop was on a fucking hiatus, and it would never happen now. And then like I said, maybe it will. It could potentially happen on Premier, but I don't know if it would. I don't even think it's likely it would happen there. And if it did, I'm not just saying this to be a dickhead. Like, I say a lot of things for banter, but like genuinely, that is one of those battles. It just won't be the same. Not on Don't Flop, to be honest. Not 5 years ago. Like it just, that's where it should have happened. Like O'Shea Unanimous, when they were both. Like, Yunan was, I can't give exactly when, but a few years ago, Yunan was on a mad one. O'Shea from the start of Don't Flop to maybe 2013, maybe was sick. Maybe the start of 2014, maybe. If those two had like that, do you know what I mean? Like classic fucking battle or whatever. But yeah, that's unfortunately never went down. Let's have a look at what some people are saying. There's a lot of comments. Yeah, fair question, Chubbs, man. There's just too much politics, bro. Obviously, but apart from the who's the boss? There's no politics now. That's Webster's my guy. That, like I said, if anyone missed it earlier, Don't Flop who's the boss is just, we're just waiting on a venue. That's all we're waiting on. I know people want to see Don't Flop versus Premier battles. I understand exactly why, but all I can say is like, me and Briggs got a funny relationship. I don't know what I'd call it. We take the piss out of each other a lot, but we got love for each other. Obviously, like I said, real on a man-to-man level, I fuck with Briggsy. I know he fucks with me. It is what it is. But you lot know the extra politics that's involved when Premier Battles comes into play. And I know everyone wants to see it, and it would be sellout event. I get it. It would be legendary. It would bring back the old magic. I get it. Personally, for me right now, because of the way things are, and the way certain people go on, it doesn't interest me at all. But it's not to say that it couldn't happen. Like, it's not to say that it couldn't happen. But I know this sounds mad, but it would have to happen in a way. I don't know how to explain this. Like, it could happen, but it would need to be done in a way where I wasn't part. Which this is what I'm saying. See, it already doesn't make sense. Let's be real. Like, the main thing people associate with Don't Flop is me hosting it, stepping on the camera. People always complain when I let other people host the battles to try and show love. So it's like, me saying this, it doesn't sound right, but it's like, it would need to either be me not involved in it at all, which I honestly don't have a big deal with, but I know people will be like, how's it Don't Flop versus Premier Battles? There's no I know that's what everyone would say. Or it would have to be the only person I'm dealing with is Briggsy. I don't chat to no one else from Premier, and I never will. I don't know who their new team are. They don't fuck with me. I don't know none of them people. I have no interest in knowing any of them. They don't support anything I do. They actively try to detract from what I do. You'll never see me chat to them. The only person I will deal with at Premier Battles, full stop, is Briggsy. Because on a man-to-man level, I respect him. I take the piss out of him, but that's my guy. I like the geezer. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, you can't do Don't Flop versus Premier Battles and the only two people that have a say is me and Briggsy. That's just not going to happen, is it? So that's why right now it's not going to happen. But like I said, I got morals, bro. Do you know what I mean? I got a way I got to carry myself. I can't just because let's put it all on the fucking table. We could all make a bit of coin off it. That's whatever. I can't put my fucking morals to one side to make a little bit of money on a Saturday one time and then it's forgotten about the next week. I can't do that. I literally just cannot let myself do it. But I wouldn't put it off the table for future. And I know you said league versus league, but that's the only one the point I'm making is that's the only one I'd even consider doing, because all I've seen is, I literally clicked on a random blog, clicked in, and Noli's chat were just saying Neil was whack. So that I wouldn't even lower myself to try to even work with people that are just trying to hate. You know, I can't deal with that. This is what I mean. It's like, obviously me and Briggsy had our issues. Like, I'm sure we'll have more going forward. Like, we've had little issues and little spats, but even when things was real, whatever you want to call it, in the thick of it, I never saw him online saying fuck this, fuck that, blah blah blah. Which is why now we got a kind of cordial relationship. But I'm not gonna be working with anybody that I see and say fuck, Don't Flop, fuck, because like, bro, we're the original people. This is what I keep trying to say. Like, it's why I said it in the intro to the Shufflecraft battle. Like, you can try and skip over what we did, but we're the reason everyone are here. I don't say me because it's not me. I say we're. Everyone that's been here along the way came up through Don't Flop. Everybody did. Like, we are the reason everyone is now doing what they're doing. It doesn't matter how many leagues cop, they can all be on their blogs with 100 fucking viewers, do you know what I mean, in a month, watching and calling, oh, Don't Flop. It don't matter what you think. Like, this is what I mean. So I can't collaborate with those people. Like, I'm not saying we got to be best friends. Like I said, if me and Briggs did an event together, we're not suddenly going to be fucking going to Malia the next week. I'm just saying, I can't work with leagues that are active, even if it is on a video nobody's seen. It's the principle. Like, I can't work with a league that's out there just dragging me down, talking shit about what I'm doing, saying we're not given to the culture. Like, bro, we created this whole fucking thing. There was jump off. They stopped this whole modern day battle rap. Someone said earlier, I'm back in my attitude shit. I am, because it's like, I'm sick of people skipping over our accolades. Like, we started this whole thing and we're still here. We did 160 at nil, 160, 170 in Bristol. Like, this is what I mean. Like, these other leagues, they need to be using their, their product to beat us. This is what I keep saying. Like, other leagues out there need to be using the product they're putting out there to beat us. Don't be trying to beat me by tweeting and doing, no, bro, you want to beat me. You want to prove you've given more to battle. Realistically, who gives a fuck? But you want to prove you've given more, whatever. Prove it with events. Sell some fucking tickets. Do an event in this city you've never been to and sell tickets. Because I know right now, with the name I cultivated, I could literally go to basically any city in the country and sell it out. And I'm sorry, that is just the truth. People can keep skipping over what I've been saying, but those are the people I won't work with. Like I let them do a thing. You'll never see me hate on anyone. This is what I'm saying. Never, ever, ever. I'm not trying to blow my own trumpet, but you'll never see me hate on anybody ever. The amount when I see the blogs, the tweets, it's pathetic and it cringes me out. I feel bad for these people that their product is not strong enough to beat me with their product. But you'll never see me being like, oh my god, blah blah blah. Like, you don't, like, shut up, man. Like, I just won't work with you. So that's what I'm saying. So when it comes to Prem, it's like, you don't, obviously, I'm trying to say it without saying it. You don't know what I'm talking about. Like, a Don't Flop versus Premier Battles event would be amazing. The footage would be amazing. The battles would be amazing. Everybody would be repping hard. But none of that is important to me when I'd have to sell myself out to do it. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I hope you understand what I'm saying. I'd have to fully sell myself out to do that, and I'm not willing to do that because it doesn't mean anything to me. And as I said, there's other leagues doing little bits, but they're not even making a splash. So when we're the biggest brand, why would we even acknowledge that? And then, like I said, NLC are making a splash. Like, no one's going to deny that. Do you know what I mean? You got 10K or whatever it is on Georgie versus Tony. That no one's at it. I'm not going to be on a vlog like them chatting shit. Like, that's calm. You're doing your thing. But you're making a splash. I'll give you that. But you're on blogs talking shit. You're saying this. You're saying that. You're trying to tell battlers don't do. So come on, we can't work together, man. I can't work with people that are outwardly trying to bring me down when all we're doing out here is just giving the fans what they want to see. And I think it's just that, like, I would respect. I can't remember what it was. It might have been. Hold on. Shuffle. I might be getting this wrong, but it might be Shuffle versus Canal. Maybe when we dropped it, Premier Battles the next day dropped to Clash, and I said, don't quote me on this because I might have got it wrong, but it was something like this year, right? Now I rated that. This is what I'm saying. It was the next day when everyone was gassing the old Shuffle Canal was fire. Bang! Out of nowhere, next day, Premier Battles drop a big battle. Everyone's now talking about that. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because I was like, that's how this competition should be. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Like, it was like, I'd do the same thing. You drop something fire. Let me get something out in the vault quickly. Let's get people talking about Don't Flop again. So when I saw that, I was just like, it's a shame that's not what the competition could be left as. You see what I'm saying? Like, because that's all it should be. If people really had faith in their product, the competition would literally be, does this, bang, drops that video. Briggsy does this, drops that video. They do this. But because people haven't got, like, certain people in the scene haven't got faith enough in their product, what they've started doing is, on top of not having faith, they got to start talking shit. And that's not, you just won't ever see, you'll never see me on some random blog that no one watches being like, oh no, them man are what? Fuck off, bruv. Like, I've got better things to do. All I've done this whole stream is talk about what we're doing. I've always said this. Like, I go on Twitter, some random person's chatting shit. Just focus on what you're doing. All I go on Twitter to do is post, yeah, I'm Don't Flop event. We sold it out. Sick. Big up. See you next week. Same with tonight. All I wanted to do tonight was go through all the cool shit we got coming. But I feel like a lot of you log into every stream I do, but I do feel like I end up saying the same thing every time. Like, I never think people understand, like, the more, I don't know how to say this, like, the more negative shit people say, it's like they think one day I'm just going to go, oh my God, like, it's all too much. Like, no, I'm just going to keep doing it. Like, there's more chance Don't Flop would have ceased if people hadn't chatted shit. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, that's what I find so funny. Like, if people hadn't talked so much shit trying to hate on what we were doing, we probably would have been made our own mind up and been like, right, do you know what? We've had a good run. It's time to chill now. But because, like I said, someone's like, watch this. I click on it, and it's like, there's like literally 3-hour blogs with just bare people in the scene just chatting shit about Don't Flop. And I'm like, bruv, we just released a ticket yesterday and it's sold out. Like, I see why you're bitter. Do you know what I'm saying? But we should all really obviously be working together. And that's why it's a shame, because, as I said, and I really genuinely mean this, if the only people involved in the UK scene that made real decisions was me and Briggsy, we would have collabed a long time ago, because we worked together for a long time before. Yeah, he's always said he had issues with the way I worked. I'm not going to chat shit on his name. I had some issues with the way he was, not too many. but we might have come to blows a couple of times, but like we worked together for quite a while on events. He knows exactly how I operate and vice versa. So if there was no other players in the scene, we would have made something happen. But I said, that's the main one I know people want, but the way things are, I wouldn't completely rule it out, but it's just like right now, do you know what I mean? Probably not. But let's keep moving along. Big up for the question though, man. And I said, I'm sorry to the fans. I've said this every fucking stream. I'm genuinely sorry to the fans that you lose out. This is the thing, like you lot all lose out from bullshit that has nothing to do with you. And it's such a shame, like, because the amount of cool shit that could happen if battlers just weren't scared of upsetting one person, it's so pathetic. But I said, when I really think about it, I lose a lot of respect for a lot of the battlers as well. Like a lot of the battlers that are like that are battling in one city over and over again because they're scared to come to a new city that we know we can sell out. They're just losing out for political reasons of a beef that has nothing to do with them. They're just losing out, and it's like I feel kind of like, come on, man, like, well, let's totally switch it up. Is Danny's Jack joke the worst scene in DF history? No. But funnily, I'd maybe say that the only thing it's beaten by is Danny Jack's choke in his second don't flop battle. So I think worst choke ever is Danny Jack in the park, the one where I say go to the fucking judges, and maybe the second worst choke is him versus Marlo. But I tell you what, the choke he had versus Marlo wasn't actually the worst one ever. It was just because it was a big battle. Do you know what I mean? That's why it was so bad, because it was a massive battle. He had a lot riding on it. Marlo is just ridiculously good. So that's why it felt bad. But it wasn't actually the worst choke I've ever seen. Let me keep going. Yeah, big up Truth, bro. Thanks for checking in. Yeah, I'll definitely, as I said, I'm gonna do my best. Let's keep going. I'm gonna try to answer a couple more. Hold on. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying, bro. Let me hold on. Can I get this one up? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's what I mean. I just feel a bit sorry for them. Jenny, I'm not even trying to be a dickhead. Like, I feel sorry for them because I've never had to do that with Don't Flop. Like, our product has always sold itself. And it's still, even obviously things are quieter now. There's a lot less fans watching battle rap now. But still, like I said, we go to these cities and it sells out because people love the brand we created. And it's like, it is beta behavior. Instead of having that, this is what I'm trying to say. Like alpha, I hate to use these words, but like alpha behavior to me is having faith in your brand, like not having to drag other men and women down to sell what you're selling. Like everything I've planned to do next year has no relation to what anyone else is doing. And this is why I find it very, very weird that still after these years, it's like 10 people. There's like, most people just show love. Do you know what I mean? But it's like the same, just like 10 people just constantly. They have so much free time. Just instead of just putting it into like, let's make our products better and let's take inspiration for what Don't Flop's done and do it differently. Instead, it's just like, yeah, they just want to like bring us down by being like, oh, that event was whack. It's like, yeah, you might think it's whack, but I sold more tickets. I don't give a fuck about anything else. You can say it's shit. You can say this, oh, don't, whatever, bro. It doesn't matter. Like, we sold more tickets and more people know our names, so we win. Like, leave it at that. Like, it's very, very beta behavior. Just not having any belief in yourself. Yeah, let me keep it going. Yeah, big up, man. I appreciate that, bro. For real. Yeah, I would definitely agree with this as well. But yeah, so I'll give you a lot more like a few more seconds if you want to drop any extra questions, and then I'm gonna get out of here so I can go eat some food. But yeah, big up all of you that been live, and then also all of you lot that are watching it back afterwards. We'll do some more throughout the year. Obviously, I like doing these streams, man. Like I just felt there was a lot of stuff to discuss tonight, and I'm gonna now, when I get off, I'm gonna drop a poster of everything we talked about. But yeah, genuinely. Well, yeah, and all I can say to wrap it up for all of you lot are still watching is just like, yeah, I'll probably be saying the same shit this time next year. But yeah, it's just it's just a bit it's a bit tiring, man, and it's just a shame. Yeah, it's a shame that just that people just I don't know how else to say it. Just it's a shame that it's social media, just like the same people just. I know you lot will have seen this week. This week's one was like this random person with like no followers getting bullied into changing the photo on a blog post that no one was even going to read anyway. Like it's honestly it's wild to me the control I have over certain people by just literally sitting doing nothing. Like so yeah, all I can say is just like, yeah, I really hope at some point people just move on with their fucking lives, bro, and just accept that like the more time you spend hating on, like you can see the amount of stuff we've got planned next year. And as I said, we're gonna weave in so much more shit all around the country, hopefully abroad as well. And it's like, yeah, I just really hope sometime people can just fucking focus on their own events. Like, stop worrying what fucking from Don't Flop is doing, man. Stop being so bothered. Like, yeah, man. Now, big up you for me always. I'll give you a lot of stick as well. You know you're my boy, man. I got mad love for you, bro. You've always kept it real with me. Big up all of you for tuning in. And yeah, honestly, man, I'm sure there's people from other leagues watching, floating around in the background. Like, yeah, honestly, man, just let your work speak for you. Like, I've got so much cool shit planned for next year, and I promise you, none of it has you in mind for any of it. There'll be no hating on. You'll not see me hate on any battler. Never. I won't do it. I won't hate on any league. I won't do it. Just literally, just focus on yourselves. Feel free if you want to keep doing the blogs. No one's watching them anyway. No one gives a shit about any of these bloggers. I'm sorry, that's a whole different topic. No one gives a fuck about any of the fucking bloggers you're doing these things on. No one watches these things. You're just wasting your time. Just all this energy you lot have got for just trying to act like Don't Flop's not the originator. Put it into making yourself better. If you're a rapper, put it into making a fucking fire album. If you're a promoter, throw better events, throw bigger events, invest in better camera equipment, lighting. Just stop thinking that you can get to this point where you can tweet about Don't Flop enough that it's going to be like, oh, no, it's not going to happen. I'm telling you clearly now, it's not going to happen. So just don't bother. Yes, my guy, I appreciate this comment so much, bro. Always, man. I've got love for everyone. I'm saying I'm a loving guy, bro. I'm gonna leave it there, man. I'm a loving guy. I got love for everybody that's got love for me. I promise you. Every fan I've ever met has, I promise you, made my day. Every time I've ever met a fan on the street, in a bar, or on a train, mate, I tell you, it has made my day, if not my week. So yeah, all of you lot supporting. Big up all of you, honestly. We got so much planned. If you've just logged on now, check our social media sometime tonight, if not definitely tomorrow. Yeah, honestly, man. Just keep coming. That's all I can tell you, man. And just battlers, please just don't be swayed by Twitter. As Dave Chappelle said, yeah, it's not a real place. Like, that thing has resonated with me so much. Like, what people say on Twitter doesn't matter. It's not real. Like, just your battlers, just please stop doing yourself a disservice and come fucking rap for the fans. And fans, all of you that are paid for tickets, honestly, I can never tell you how much I appreciate you. You lot that just stay out of these pathetic little political beefs. I rate you lot so highly. I really genuinely appreciate you so much. I can't wait to be in some new cities next year. We're going to sell them out. We'll sell out more in 2023 and past that. Yeah, honestly, man. I really got a lot of love for all of you. I see a few of your names I recognize from the events, pay-per-views as well. I know a lot of you bought the pay-per-views. That shit genuinely keeps us going. So yeah, so much love, man. I really appreciate this. Many of you always comes and checks the streams as well. Shouts out Eurgh. Yeah, I'm definitely doing my best. Yeah, I appreciate this house as well. I'm absolutely doing my best here to bring it back. I think that's why the hate is growing. That's what it is, man. Genuinely. The hate is steadily growing because they see that Twitter is not real. Because there's literally a tweet gunning Don't Flop with the same dick sucky little battle rappers trying to get battles beneath dick riding it, and then we sell out an event the next week, and we drop a title match and it gets 10k views and whatever. Come on, bro. This is what I'm saying. Stop, Please, guys, come on, it's embarrassing. It's fucking embarrassing. Yes, bro. Big up all of you for real. That's all I can keep saying. Just please focus on yourselves. I feel like I'm trying to be like a self-help coach. These leagues, just focus on yourselves and making your product better. And yeah, so all be on the DF mode. Yes, yes. Big up Tom. I fucking love Tom, man. What a legend. I didn't know he said that, but he's a legend. Anyway, right, people. Look, yeah, we're gonna be back soon when we've got more info on everything we talked about. We'll do another stream. There'll be so much I want to talk about, but especially I need everybody's help with the ones I said about the April Fools. We need people's help for some ideas. We want to give you the battles you want to see, so we don't end up with a hard drive full of battles we can't release. Female only event matriarch. As I said, you're all welcome to come, but the card will be all woman versus woman. So please, any of you out there that know any women that are good at rapping, that may have never considered rapping, tell them to holler. And just in general, just keep spreading the word, man. You know what I mean? I talk my shit and whatever, but obviously selling tickets is hard nowadays, and getting views is hard nowadays. So we rely on all of you. Literally every ticket sold gasses me up. I promise you. Every event we do, every single fucking ticket gasses me up when I see notification. Every time I check the views on a battle, it's gone up 2,000, 3,000. I love it. So please just keep locked in. Keep buying the pay-per-views. You'll see all these dates to come to next year. Yeah, it is, bro. It is. It's going to be a very busy year. As I said, there's going to be a lot more coming. This is just the main dates. Put all these events in your calendar. Get your travel booked. They're not getting cancelled. And yeah, this franchising thing as well. If any of you want to get involved in that, you want to start helping us throw your own events, you want to join the team, blah, 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 blah. That's it, man. Let's do this. Final comment, get DK on the card. As I said earlier, she's kind of got a lot of life stuff going on, but if she's free at the time, she will 100% be involved. Right. Big up all of you lot, man. It's been a good stream. I really appreciate every single one of you coming in. And